And we're live. Can everybody hear that okay?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
They're slugging it out. A left to the jaw, and...
Oh, my block is knocked off.
But you can press it right back on. It's Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Press this lever. He throws a right. The other a left. Knock his block off. You're the winner.
Wait next time.
They're slugging it out in the middle of the ring. A right to the jaw. My block is knocked off.
What?
But you can press it back on again. Press this lever. He throws a right. The other, a left. Knock his block off, and you're the winner. I want a rematch. This Christmas, it's Rock'em Sock'em Robots by Mark.
Crazy.
Craziness. So, is that what you remember?
Well, listen. First of all, Brian, if I could jump in here before anyone else, I want to point something out. Absolutely, it's not what I remember. I won't say what I remember, but one thing that just looking at that commercial, look at the handles. The handles they're using little thumb things. I seem to recall the little squeezy things.
Yeah,
that's what I remember. Little squeezy things. You know what I mean? It wasn't like that. It was like little plastic, like, kind of, they weren't like durable by any means because no games really were at that point in time, but they were the little thumb things, you know what I mean? That you press down these little nubs. That's not the way it was. And more importantly, that's definitely not the phrase that I recall. I'll keep my mouth shut until we actually take a consensus, but that's my 2 cents on that one, man.
Well, what the chat seems to think, and I want to do some shout outs. We got Dawn, Dolly, and Reese's. Hey, Dawn's here with us. There you are, Dawn. Hey. Hey, welcome back.
Yeah, thanks.
We also have Sharky with us. Hey, what's up, Sharkticon?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you just fine.
Oh, okay. I can't figure out the mute button. It's a circle or something. I don't know what's going on. I stay lost. I float. I just float.
Microphone with a slash through it.
Yeah, I float through it.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Teresa. Oh my goodness. Wait, how did Teresa? Anyway, she's got her wrench again. I thought I gave her wrench back already. That must be an effect. We have Candace. Tony's here. So what's up, you guys?
What's up, everybody? Good to see you here. Hopefully, you're going to enjoy this one. We got some really cool stuff to talk about.
What was the effect, Troy, on that? What was the effect on that on the robots? Tell us what that was.
Okay, well, if you want me to just blurt it out, I used to have one of these games, Brian, and I grew up with this thing. It didn't last too long because typically I'd play with my brothers and afterwards it would end up in a fist fight. Just kind of the way that we handled our business. So it's kind of like Monopoly. If someone was like, winning, the whole board would like end up being flipped up and it would end up in a brawl too. It was just that kind of sibling rivalry that we had going on. I seem to recall my brother saying that when I beat him at chess, he looked at me and he says, "You know what you just did?" I said, "Yeah, I beat you." He goes, "No, you just called me stupid." but the phrase that I remember is you knocked my block off.
Right.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yep.
That's exactly what I remember, and that's what I used to say. And maybe my tone was a little bit more harsh back then because getting it in the middle of that, it's kind of like watching UFC or Rocky. Where you get yourself into that zone, and then when you do finally, pop his head up, you scream at him, "I knocked your block off!" And that doesn't sit too well with someone that's just as aggressive, playing that game. So, it ended up being the real deal. And I typically end up being the one getting my block knocked off.
Apparently, it was introduced in 1966, according to this blog. It says here, you knocked my block off. Thanks, Teresa, for this beautiful residue. I don't know.
Yeah, great find on that one.
She has her group. She's very proud of, guys. Thanks to you. She has over 852, I think she said, members. So thanks. Yeah, I couldn't even get that in 2 years, and she gets it in 2 weeks. That's insane.
Because she's Teresa. She's a residue queen.
That's right. Reality Residue Hunter is the name of the group.
Yep.
Look at this. Check this out. Why would somebody post this? Let's see. Posted July 5th, 2009. Hey, you knocked my block off. But listen what it says. My block is knocked off.
I love that guy's face too.
Wait. Isn't that the dude from Frasier? Is that the Frasier guy?
It might be. That looks like a guy that should not be playing that game.
Hey, Ty. Ty's in the house.
Hey, there's Ty. What's up, brother?
Hey, Ty.
Hey, how are you?
You need to knock my head off. I'll get you. Pow! Pow!
Oh, come on. Who didn't play against their father or their son? He said, "Oh no, you knocked my block off."
That's right. That's right. Because that's exactly the way it was.
That's right. That's right.
You knocked my block off. Hey, you knocked my block off. You don't say my block has been knocked off. I mean, who said it? Come on, that's just weird. That's stupid. Nobody said that. This is proof right here. Rock'em Sock'em Robot's pen, Teresa found. Hey, you knocked my block off. Quotes right here. Wow, look at that. Oh, there's a Rock'em Sock'em Uncle Sam pen.
Wow,
that's a 2-in-1 right there. Look at the hat. Look at the hat. The hat says it right there, right? Uh-huh. That's a twofer right there, guys. And look, if you want one on your keychain, now you can have one on your keychain and play your left hand versus your right hand. If you want to.
I would always win. I would always win.
Wait, where the mini, mini Rubik's cubes? So they had mini fighting.
Yeah, mini fighting robots. I
never saw those. I mean, I'm not saying it's in me. I'm just saying I never saw them. Wow, that's cool.
It's definitely interesting.
I want Sharky to say, "Get her done."
Get her done. I don't know what I'm saying.
There you go.
I hadn't watched that guy in years. It was pretty funny though.
Get that chat.
Yeah, no, I never saw that. I remember they had Transformers that were like that. You could buy a game with the Optimus and Megatron. I don't know. I never seen any mini. That's pretty cool.
Where's Corey tonight?
That's fun.
Oh, good question. Where's Corey?
Yeah, I sent him an invite. He's probably mostly everybody's busy. The holiday coming up and everything. I understand.
Do y'all remember this holiday in this month? Because I'm really confused on these. I don't keep track, so it's like, wait. I thought this was.
Yeah, it's usually
I thought it was like February, January, or the first part of school.
Yeah, Memorial usually signifies the school year.
I'm so confused. I don't keep track of it, so I'm just saying.
What month am I in?
Maybe that's a good thing. It's why I'm here. It's because I do not keep track of a lot of things. And so, I do question everything all the time, even, before I even knew anything about nothing. I'm like, wait, what? Oh, wait, I thought I was this year old, and I'm still this year old again. Well,
About what he did.
I'm keeping a close eye on the spelling of February and Wednesday. I can't wait to see those things change.
Yeah, it's February right now, and Wednesday, right? Guys? Okay, must be some.
I'm still here. Did you lose everybody?
Yeah, Ty.
Yeah, it is definitely February. February, and Wednesday Wednesday.
Yep, I'm keeping a close eye on those. I'm waiting for those to be spelled way differently.
What everybody got?
Charles is here. Villarreal, what's up, Charles?
Yeah, we all got kicked.
Yeah, put up. I did not.
Get kicked.
Put up the chat so we can see it.
Can you guys see the chat? It should be up.
Yeah, I just got to click on it.
Yeah, sorry. Can everybody get back? Everybody looks like they're back. It says Sharky.
Yeah. Okay.
Everybody back in here.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
I just want to let you know. I see this girl Lisa in the chat.
Yeah. She's very happy to be here too.
She's in the chat. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if you know her or not, Lisa.
I believe I do.
Right there she is.
Of course I do.
I see her.
I can't see. Here's diagonally.
Am I back?
Hey.
Well, I don't know. I was talking about. I was telling you like WED. WED. You get WEDs in NES, Nintendo Entertainment System, then day, and you play your Nintendo on the day you get WED. That's how I remember it.
I don't remember that at all.
WED Nest Day.
Yeah, oh God, okay, that's good. I believe, if I remember correctly, you are from Arkansas, right?
Oh God, Lord, can't you tell? I'm talking about playing Nintendo on your wedding day. I mean, yeah, I'm from Arkansas. Yeah, we're pretty simple.
Everybody in the chat got a rant.
Yeah, throw in some weed or some beer or something. I'm allergic to weed, but anyhow, whoever wants whatever. Yeah, you throw in something a little bit, something make you feel good, and just hang around. Remember that song? I'm hanging around. That's kind of how Arkansas is. Just like, there's stuff to do, but you're just hanging around, looking at stuff. You're like, whatever.
Where are you going for vacation? I'm going to Arkansas to hang around.
Yeah, hanging around.
Play some Nintendo.
Yeah, play some Nintendo on your wedding day, like,
maybe catch yourself the Razorbacks.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. Somehow we have lost all control of the room. The room has gone completely.
I mean, if y'all want, I could tell you some, Mandela effects that I've seen. I mean,
you go right ahead. I cannot wait.
From Arkansas, and
Razorbacks tusks are on backwards. They're not
dude,
I am on the edge of my seat. I cannot wait to hear some of the amines that you have.
Well, I wouldn't doubt if the Razorback got horns coming out of his head anymore. Like a deer, I mean, look, we, so my magical, mystical, Norwal is here. That didn't make, the Jackalope is here, but it looks all totally like zombified, so you got the rabbits with the horns coming everywhere, not like deer horns. It's supposed to be like deer horns, and it's pretty, but no, these things are horrific.
Let me ask you something here really quick, Sharky. Hey, listen, were you in Boy Scouts when you grew up?
Well, yeah, till I quit because I was missing my damn cartoons.
Oh.
I like my Transformers. I like G.I. Joe. I like Scooby-Doo, and I like TV Prime. We hit 4 channels. That was include PBS. Then you had Channel 16 that had TV Prime. There's a little TV that jumped around and saying, "Hey, how you doing? We're going to play," And that's where I got to learn, the old Star Treks. Well, I say the old Star Treks, not even that. It was like the old, gosh, dog, what he, like you had Heathcliff, you had, what was before that? You had, oh gosh, what was the dog he put on that super?
Marmaduke. Oh, Underdog.
Underdog. Yes, Underdog.
Okay, all right. Are you gonna have to tone it back a little bit for Underdog? For me.
Yeah, I'm going far, dude. I go. But what you got to realize is like I tell my son, he's like, hey, he just turned his birthday. I'm like, all right, great, you're 12 plus infinity. How old are you?
Right,
you're 12 plus infinity because he's an old soul, and it's like, and he is, he definitely is. So
how old are you now?
I'm 44 two years in a row. I was 44 last year, and I thought I was 45, and only I'm 44.
Okay.
But I had a whole year when I was in my 30s, and back when you wrote checks all the time before the cards, and I'm like, wait, how did I go a year without writing the correct date on these checks? And it's like, what year is it? I'm like, I don't understand. Now I understand because nothing is real. Nothing makes sense. So I do understand that, and I think you could probably be whatever age you want to be anymore. Honestly, I ain't figured it out, but at all.
Well, I think we all do that from time to time. I mean, there's been like 6 years, I think, that when I was like growing up, still trying to do the same thing, but I wasn't paying any attention to my age, and I had no idea what age I was. I'm like, oh my God, what am I? I was like trying to do the math. I'm like, oh my God, I'm that old.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Man, I thought I was still 13. Just with a very
deep
voice.
You think you're an age, so you ask somebody, and they're like, no, wait, what were you? Year were you born?
I'm a very mature 13-year-old.
Yeah, so I should be 45, evidently, but I'm 44.
Tom is here. Tom is here.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, hola.
Hey, Tom, what's going on,
Hola.
bub? Good to see you, my
I'm
friend.
doing great, man. Life's good. Things are going great.
That's great.
Dude, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
I've never
Yeah,
heard that
man.
before. I have never heard that before. Tom.
Yeah,
I heard it always was like a box of chocolates.
How about chocolate? I thought it was chocolates was like a box of life.
It depends on what they put in them little chocolates, you know. They put some of that ganja in there. That can really
whoops, I'm taking the down low, guys. Help me.
Help me.
Help me.
Help me. I'll move over and let Jimmy take over.
Hey, Brian, I got something here that I wanted everyone to take a look at. In fact, this is pretty interesting. I actually saw this from on Loan's recent post, which I think be pretty cool to show some of the people out there in the chat and all you guys alike. Hey, do me a favor, pull up the seal of the United States of America. It's the United States seal.
Okay, did that change?
Yep, that changed.
What, you got Big Chief Indian on it now? He's on top of the Capitol building.
That was last week, man.
Where else he's going to show up?
There's a couple things that I want to bring up. So this is one of them. Look at the seal.
Hey,
I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pull it. Yep. Okay, there you go. Enlarge on anyone. There we go. Right in the middle. There you go. Pull it up. That's it.
Okay.
All right. Cool. First of all, take a look at that. Do you see anything wrong with that? We used to talk about this a lot.
You've been olive branch and 13 arrows, correct?
Yes, exactly. 13. You guys all remember the 13?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, that's all.
13, yeah.
Yep, that's all accounted for. Now take a look right in the middle. Does that look right to you?
Oh, it's missing.
Look at the flag. What is it missing?
It's missing stars.
Stars are gone, guys. Stars are gone, and not only that, but if you take a look at this, look at the eagle. It looks a little bit cartoony, doesn't it?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's this on?
It's cartoony.
It's now. Look at that. Now watch. There's residue on there too. Somebody had actually gone ahead and drawn it, and that's still on there. If you scroll down through the images.
Wait, where's the I go in Unum? I thought it was UNIUM. Like Unium, like Unum, but I mean, we called it Unum, but I thought there was a freaking I in there.
You are our Wednesday expert, not the Unum expert.
I don't know where I'm from, but I've died evidently multiple times. So I've got a little bit here and there, and I've got stuff here in my house that don't make no sense. And I've got a disabled American veteran pin that's got 13 red stripes. It's a disabled American veteran pin. They sent me 13 blood stripes.
Wow.
We didn't, but I remember back then we didn't count the white stripes. It was like, well, you just don't count them.
Yep.
But I've got
Brian,
it still.
Hey, Brian, if you go up a little bit, you'll actually see the one that was hand rendered.
How about that one?
Yeah, there's one that's hand rendered. Yep. You can kind of see the stars right there, right?
Yep.
But that's not the one I was talking about. But this is a good indication. You can see the stars and the actual in the seal that it's holding in its hand, or the flag, anyways.
All right, let me know when you see it. I'm gonna go slow.
Yep. Okay, go on up. It's a
gosh.
Okay, go ahead. Keep on going. Keep on going. Stop. Oh, close. You got to go to the down a little bit. Down a little bit. There it is. It's in the black and white. You'll see it in black and white. It's a rendered one. Somebody drew it. No. Go put your cursor to the right and up.
That one?
Is that it? No, it's one that has stars. I think it's that one. You just scrolled over it. Is that? No, that was it, though. I think it was it. Go back. You'll see the stars. So you look at. I can't really see because it's really kind of small in my thing. So
I know.
You see the stars? Not that one.
Not on this one. It's striped on that one.
But you'll see that the eagle has become much more wimpy. It's cartoony.
I know. It looks like a turkey.
It's crazy, man. I mean, yeah, exactly.
Why are the wings so small?
That's a good question.
I'm trying to find the official one.
Yeah, and you'll see all of them that are actually, yeah, you'll see the official one. These are like just corny ones. That's actually kind of funny. He's got like a spatula on his hand. That's funny. Yeah, that's the official one right there, guys.
Where's this?
Look how docile and like feeble he looks, right?
What's a hamburger? That's official? Oh, wait.
Yeah, the one with the hamburger and the
I think I'm behind a little bit.
Okay.
Like, wait, the hamburger's official. So it's okay.
E pluribus unum. What does that mean, guys? E pluribus unum. Does anyone know?
It's on a dollar bill. I know that.
Crap, Lord knows. I don't know. The only thing I know is
it means for many are one.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
For many are one. Yeah.
There you go. Yep. You'll see. I mean, it was on the dollar. I mean, everything has the 13. Had 13 spears, and that was the thing. That went through a lot of conspiracy channels. That was one of the things he talked about quite a bit. But in the middle, in the center, does that look right? It almost looks like they just slapped it on there, like superimposed it on there. Like, here you go, slap. That's what it is now.
I could have sworn there was.
Look at your eagle. The eagle was always aggressive. It had some, different expression on its face, like, don't mess with me.
Yeah, this thing looks like a I ain't even gonna say the word.
Yeah, I will carry you across some kind of ocean. I'll drop you on some rocks, and I'm going to eat you. It was much more aggressive, not so much little cartoon character.
That looks like passive, and I say, like, you know, I remember had
like, hi, welcome. I'm good.
It did not make no sense, It was
I
like
make a good pet.
I'm like, what?
Well, if you look at the eagle's beak too, I don't remember this part. Like, he has like a second part of his beak right here. I don't remember this part right here.
And check this out, guys. After we get done with this one, I got a really good one for you. We've actually had this conversation before, Brian. You're gonna love this one.
Okay, tell us about it.
Okay, let's switch over. Let's switch over to the Last Supper painting.
Oh, that's the one I want to talk about.
There are hamburgers on the table now.
Yeah, they're eating.
With the eagle,
McDonald's now.
The eagle's got hamburgers. The Last Supper's got hamburgers.
Right, exactly.
It all flows together. Why not? Who cares?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Now that we've talked about it, you watch. It's going to happen. There'll be hamburgers on the table of the Last Supper.
Yeah, look on the table. Do you see anything? Do you see anything different on the table, guys?
By the way,
it'll change to the last McDonald's.
Is it grass-fed beef? That's what I want.
The Last Supper.
Oh, good. Yeah, the last McDonald's.
That and the side of more Mandela changes.
Oh, God.
Can't have enough of that either.
Okay, but
it's my personal crack cocaine Mandela effects.
But this
love it.
Yeah, turn into an opium den.
Gotta love it. Oh yeah, it's the crack cocaine of all effects.
What's different, guys? Look at it. Take a look at it. What's different here?
Okay, well, first of all, this doorway was not there.
Look on the table. I'll give you a hint.
Not all
bread.
None of the big bread rolls.
Too much bread. No. Bread.
Rolls. But have you guys seen Ancient Aliens recently? There was an episode. I think it was like the third one of this season where they talk about the bread on the table and how it actually corresponds to musical notes.
Well, everything's frequency, so if there's a way to analyze things in the music, it might be a total music piece.
So is this a change, you guys, with the bread on the table? Does anyone remember that? Because how many times?
I did like a really weird video on what my grandma's.
Didn't they used to have glasses on the table, like glassware?
Yeah, they used to have glassware, exactly. Now I think they even have plastic cups or something like that, what it looks like.
Oh, I think they would roll with glass, wouldn't they?
Well, no, right there. Look at how long that finger is going up.
Which one?
All right, now. This
one?
Yeah, right there. Now going up, right by Jesus. Why is that cloak? He looks like his colors are different.
Wait,
anyhow, you got the guy next to him picks to put his hand on Jesus. Then you got the guy that's got his finger pointing up, like 7-Up, but look at his knuckle to his finger size and look at your own hand. It don't make no sense. Because you can bend your. That's what's happening. That's where we're going.
Whose hand is it?
We are fixing to have really long fingers. It's shown right here. We are fixing to have really long fingers. And I did a video, and I'm like, why has Jesus got 2 right hands? I really looked at my grandma's picture, and I saw these things, and I'm like, Jesus has 2 right hands. He doesn't have, his thumbs are on the wrong side on one hand. So, like what you're looking at on the hand going, it looks like he's got it cupped up. It was down, but I can't tell now at that time. But at that time,
you notice that Jesus is actually looking a little bit more effeminate now too.
Yeah, and really see the guy next to him, I thought was a lady, and she's getting groped. Well, that's not that. Evidently, that's a man.
No, this was
really.
I'm like, what? That's a woman.
You sure? That's a woman, or that's?
It looks like a woman, and this dude's fixing to grab her breast or something. You know, he's like groping her or something. Of course, you got the guy behind this other dude. You know, the guy groping, he's got the knife. Look how long these fingers are. Oh my gosh, that's different. Look how long these fingers are on these other guys now.
We'll call them spider fingers now, baby.
Yeah, it's like the hands. To me, the palms were going longer, like the werewolf.
Hey,
evidently now they're going to go
something in the
smaller.
garbage disposal. I need you to get it out for me. Will you reach down there and get it out for me?
Hey, Dawn.
Dude, I can do it.
Dawn, where did you find this effect from? Where did you, who showed you this one?
Oh my goodness, it was on somebody's channel.
I know exactly where it was. It was Unimundi.
Yeah, Unimundi.
Unimundi, yeah. I don't know how.
Yeah, I really like Unimundi. He's a good guy.
What we go call this one? Daddy Long Fingers now, or what?
Well, once we get
Daddy Long Fingers. That's what I'm going to call it.
I want E-Man. Are you there, brother?
Hey, by the way, have you guys ever seen the reverse Last Supper picture?
Whoa! Why is Jesus' plate got? Why is it a circle? Why is there white in the circle? Why is it? I don't even remember the tablecloth, which makes no sense, and it also looks like bricks to me. But why is the plate in front of Jesus showing it's metal, but you see the tablecloth?
I don't know. That's
right there. Yes.
You mean a plate of milk? Maybe they're expecting their cats to come rolling on in.
Well, yeah.
Kitty.
I don't remember that at all.
Put a saucer of milk out there, will you, for crying out loud?
I mean, Jesus. Hey, if Jesus wants milk, he can make milk. You know.
Well, Jesus got to feed kitties.
I don't know what's going on here.
It's just feed my kitties. Don't worry about the sheep right now, okay?
Yeah.
We got to really pay really close attention to this. This painting has been changing quite a bit. I'm noticing even like the tablecloths used to have like little fringe, little fringe at the edge. Brian, go to the edge. Let me just see the edge again of the table, if you can. If there's an image of that.
Right there.
It used to have a pattern on it, and it used to have like a fringe, on it.
Troy.
Like this, like something you'd hang from the curtains.
Yeah, I don't remember the bread being in a row. Look how many breads there are. There wasn't
a lot.
Do you think it's trying to tell us something each time it changes?
I would think so, yeah.
Might be. A lot of bread's on the table, that's for sure.
Well,
if you're on a low-carb diet, that's not going to work out for you.
Yeah, it's saying, don't go keto.
Yeah, don't go keto. That's the message behind there. Go carbs. Go carbs.
Hey, what's the next effect, guys? What's the next one on the list tonight?
I'm gonna let somebody else go. I got another one after this. But
you want to hear my Arkansas effects with the local stores?
Yeah.
Okay. So my Atwoods, I went to go get my tobacco because I smoke out of pipe anymore, and it's cheaper and it seems to work. Even what's going on? Why my thing just went to a video of mine. My tablet showed me talking.
Oh, good. I'm sorry. I'm switching over so people can see the chat.
My tablet's on a video of mine, I think, and my phone is not on it. It's freaking me out. I don't know where I'm at. Where am I at? Who am I? Wait, what? Hello?
Yes, we're here. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't.
Yeah, Troy's on mute. Tom, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
My tablet went to a video, and my phone shows me just as my icon. My tablet's moving from a video, which is fine. I don't care. You know, I mean, I just don't know what's going on. That's why I don't need to watch the tablet and the phone at the same time. I don't care. But my local Atwoods, ATTWOODS store, it's a country store. It went to ATWOODS, and then my wife used to work at the Dixie Cafe, except it was Dixie Cafe, and now it is actually the Dixie Cafe. But she worked at, I said the Dixie Cafe a while ago, but she worked at Dixie Cafe. And my bank today, they only had the American flag, and now they've got 3 flags. The American flag, the Arkansas flag, and they've got their own bank flag right there. And then I see graves that come and go, and the stones are not there, and the scenery changes. Things I drive by in my little bubble every day, and then I've noticed a lot of these, wooden houses that have, or look like they're wood. I mean, they're wood. They're like log houses that used to not be there. They were there, but they were different.
Hey, Dawn.
Hey, Brian, check your messages. There's a pretty interesting image that you should take a look at, too. I think it'll give everyone a little sigh of relief here.
Okay, that's fine. Can we let Dawn speak next? A lot of people are saying let Dawn speak. So
yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead, hon.
Hey, guys. I love all y'all. I love you guys in the chat.
Love you, too, hon.
I love you, too, no matter what version of me is playing on my phone and my tablet.
We love you.
I love y'all.
Lots of love.
I've just been watching videos today and catching up on things because I've been kind of MIA for a couple weeks.
Oh, you're fine.
Can you hear me?
Glad to have you.
You're fine.
I just noticed Starbucks is now Starbucks coffee on their signs.
Yes, that's a pretty big one. Oh yeah.
Hey, I was gonna bring up Starbucks. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. I just watched the video.
Go ahead, bring it up.
Bring up old Starbucks coffee.
There you go.
There was no coffee.
Hey, that's what's missing at the supper table, coffee. Tea's got to have some coffee on the table, baby.
Yeah, it's not Starbucks tea. It's it's coffee.
Next thing we look, we're gonna be seeing some lobster and some cracked crab, maybe some filet mignon.
Oh, I love cracked crab.
So do I.
Should we have the steak or the cracked crab this evening?
Yeah. We're not going to go to Red Lobster. We're going to go to Red Ocean.
Man.
Oh, yeah, I love Red Ocean.
Y'all remember the Starbucks, right? Starbucks. It wouldn't.
I don't appreciate Starbucks because they didn't support the troops when they were overseas in the Middle East.
They got a lot of evil stuff going on their logos.
Yeah, you're right, Dawn. And I think some of their agendas aren't that righteous either.
Yeah,
I'm not remembering which one it is, but
yeah, I agree.
I know there was a boycott for boycotting getting anything from there because they were doing something anti-Christian. I can't remember what it was.
Okay, there's one of the original signs for Starbucks where it just says Starbucks.
Yeah, that's the one I remember.
Yeah, but now lately we've seen Starbucks coffee. What do you guys?
Well, it's weird that you guys say that. I don't know if you guys seen the original logo of Starbucks coffee. That right there kind of shook me a little bit.
Change.
It was actually a little bit more pornographic than I was used to seeing.
Excuse me.
This
whole place is perverted.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say, extreme perversion or pornographic, but just the same. If you take a look at it, it definitely was.
Did y'all see my vid on the old movies? I mean, two of them were old changes to me, but I don't know for y'all, but. Back in October there was the Grinch something with Halloween. The Grinch something with Halloween.
Oh yeah, like a Halloween Grinch special.
Okay, right. So like the other day, a couple of days ago, I went to take my son to see his mom. So anyhow, but that don't matter. But so I was like, I went to watch Lone Eagle, and I'm like, no, I ain't gonna watch. But my son's on his own phone, so it don't matter. But then I was like, okay, I just typed in a movie, I typed in Spaceballs, and then I found a documentary that lasted all the way till we got to, the McDonald's where we meet, and I drop him off so he can go see a weekend with his mom. But then I'm at McDonald's and I'm scrolling down, and I'm like, what is this Spaceballs the cartoon? Have y'all ever heard of Spaceballs the cartoon? I think it's what it's called, Spaceballs.
Never did. Never heard of it.
Well, don't watch it. Don't watch it. It's prepubescent humor. It's like I watched the first episode finally because I started off watching like season 1, episode 11, but it's like it's nothing. To me, the humor is. I mean, Spaceballs had I thought pretty. But this is pretty crude. It's just pretty, really, just like, I mean, it maybe if you was like 12, it'd be, but it's still what it goes with is the fact that how perverted, and sexual this place is that we're in.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, but that's what it is. I thought maybe it'd be kind of cool to watch, but I watched the first episode all the way, and I'm like, all right, I'm done. Anyway.
There was another cartoon that I've never heard of, which is the Partridge Family, like 2020. You guys know about that one?
20.
No, I never heard of that one.
No.
That's a new one for me, buddy. I gotta watch that. I love quantum.
I would love to see that too. Actually, it kind of reminds me of the Jetsons.
I know.
Yeah, that was really wild.
I mean, if y'all like American Graffiti, you can watch the second one. Did you ever hear of a second American Graffiti Part 2? More American Graffiti?
I've never heard.
Don't remember.
Well, to me, and where I've been from, that's I first saw that on like when I
that
had
must
cable.
went directly to video.
Well, yeah, and that's what it said when I looked it up. I'm like, what? But then when I questioned myself, I'm like, every time I've been to Walmart, and as old as that movie is, I've never seen a double disc DVD with American Graffiti and American Graffiti Part 2. I don't care if it's the crappiest movie in the world. I've never seen it. And I still haven't seen it. And so, but it's out there. And it takes place right after the first one. same characters. Most of them, minus one, I think.
Well,
Little
the Brady
bit
Bride, too.
darker humor, you know. But it's there though if you want to watch it. American Graffiti Part 2.
Oh well, the one that really got me going was the Brady Brides, because I was a Brady Bunchaholic back in the 80s and 70s and all that. And when I found out about the Brady Brides, I was like, and then they had some kind of Friday night show or whatever too, live show. I forget what it was, and that was freakish, man.
It is freaky.
But it is cool, man, because all of a sudden you go, hey, man, I got some more retroactive TV shows to catch up on. You know, I can binge
What's up,
watch.
guy?
Yeah. That's what I was hoping with Spaceballs. Because I love Spaceballs. Stupid.
Yes, guys. I wonder if that's changed. Any of the stuff in there. I remember him saying, "I'm surrounded by a-holes," or something like that.
Yeah, he's like
That was funny.
Yeah. That was their last name. All their last names were a-hole.
You remember
a-hole? I'm surrounded by assholes. You're gonna keep firing, assholes. What the shit? Yeah, that's pretty damn
more American Graffiti. Is that what it's called? American
Graffiti? It's called American Graffiti Part 2 More American Graffiti.
1979.
Melissa, how are you, honey?
Did not do good at the box office.
Hi, sweetheart. How are you, hon?
Hey,
Sweetheart, how you doing?
Hey, wake up.
Welcome home.
Hey, listen, I don't know you. Hey.
You're all talking too much. You didn't let Dawn finish telling her story about this Last Supper.
Oh, yeah. Let's go back to that. Yeah.
So,
okay, hey, as we said before, let's let everyone have their turn.
They wanted to hear about the Last Supper. So what?
So, Dawn.
I want to hear about the Last Supper.
Hey, Melissa. Hey, sis. How you doing?
Okay, so
I'm listening.
I have an actual picture. It's kind of in ceramic. It's painted gold, and it's ceramic. It's the Last Supper, and I actually took it down like a few weeks ago because I was going to give it to my sister. She loved the picture when she was here, and I was going to give it to her, and I took it down, and I looked at it, and she looked at it, and I looked at it. There was no bread on there, like that. And now there's like all these hooved up little dots across the table, like bread. It changed. I mean, I know for a fact that it changed. It's not the same. I know the others changed too because it's on my wall. It's above my TV, and I look at it every single day. And I've looked at it all this time, and I know what it looked like, you know. And the cups have changed, and there's other changes to it, but I know the bread changed. And I think it has, you know, it's suffered a lot of changes for sure. And I think it means something. And I think all that bread on there has a meaning for Saul.
Yeah.
I took it. Figure out what happened to the fish.
Let her finish. Let her finish. Tell him the meaning behind it, Dawn.
You tell me. So you need to say it. That what you think it is.
I think the meaning behind it is that the Lord is showing us how much closer we're getting to the rapture, to the bridegroom coming back by filling the table. And I think we're going to continue to see things appear there. That's what Don and I came up with the conclusion earlier about that. So now, what do you guys think?
What's that?
Let me see it again. So Lord's Supper changed again?
Yeah, there's bread on the table that a lot of people don't remember. I don't remember there being these big, all these breads on the table.
I thought there used to be
one that's uninsured. Picture of it.
What is it?
Do you have a clear picture of the Lord's Supper that you can show?
Yeah, what we're actually looking at here is musical notes. I'm trying to find a clear one. Hold on.
I get so confused over this stuff.
Yeah, I know. Okay, do you see that? Do you see the bread? These big loaves of bread right here. These.
Is that the real picture?
Yes, this is the real picture. Because you see the doorway. The doorway wasn't there before either.
Yeah, the bread wasn't there. Isn't that interesting? Brad wasn't there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not all those breads. It's almost like an animal and just laid a bunch of turds on the table or something. No, that wasn't this stuff was not there. These
No, it wasn't there. It wasn't there. No. The reason why I know that is because when I first saw the changes, I physically had to print out each picture so I could show it to someone and show them the changes of the glasses that were on the table. And I said, look at these glasses. And what's in the background there? It's
like a mountain scene, I guess.
Yeah, I never noticed that before.
That's new. That's new.
That's definitely new.
I mean,
you guys remember that? Do you remember that mountain scene in the back, guys?
No, I'm waiting to see Waldo at any moment now because this is that bad.
oh gosh.
It's that bad.
Can anyone else concur on that? If there was, because I don't remember there being scenery.
Well, there used to not be. It used to be just black, but then it turned into scenery. I don't even remember the tablecloth, and I thought they had fish on the table. You know, it's like fish, like an actual fish, the head, the fish.
Oh yeah.
Their toes are longer. I've seen.
That actually sounds familiar to me too.
On my Meemaw's picture that I go by, the only one I'll go by. I mean, the things on the side are doors, and they're open anymore. They used to be closed when I made my video. The things on the side, all the way to the side by the last guy to the right.
I'm here.
On my picture, they're opened up as doors.
Hey, Teresa.
Hey, girl.
I made it. Is Brian there?
I'm here.
We're all
Sorry,
here.
I made it. I'm too busy freaking out over things today.
Yeah, those things on the right on my picture are opened up as doors.
Well,
they're doors.
Is that Paul?
That's Sharky. Shark the Con.
Yeah,
Hey, Sharky.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, Trish, how you doing, sweet? It's yeah.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Fine. How you doing?
Good.
Uh-oh.
We was looking at my grandma's. Well, I'm looking at my grandma's.
Oh, I thought you were
picture.
just covering your face. Sorry.
Oh, can you see me? I don't even know. I can't keep track of what's going on here. Where's my picture? Wait, hold on. What am I doing here?
Hey, I need someone to
There
help
you go.
mentions.
Wait, I don't even see myself.
Is that Tom?
Where am I at?
Yeah, I'm here, girl. I'm here.
You're in a
How
car.
you doing? What?
I'm fine. Just having a weird day.
Yeah, what
I had
happened?
a personal
Anything new?
yeah.
Any
I
new
can't-
effects? I'm jonesing for some effects, man. Got any new ones?
How about the iceberg?
Got any new ones? I got the shakes, man. I'm going through withdrawals. Come on, man.
Dawn, I
Gotta be
think.
some new ones.
Dawn, did you want to tell us about the Titanic? Teresa, did you want to tell us about the Titanic too?
What's going on with the Titanic?
I just got the darn book.
What's going on with the Titanic?
What's going on?
They're saying it didn't sink or something. I've seen a video on that.
Yeah, I'm
There's
right
a
here.
scene in it. There's a scene in it. Don't make sense.
Titanic. How about that?
I was gonna say if everyone lived on the Titanic, man, that's it. I'm done.
All right, let's talk
No,
about.
95 wants more effect.
One of the lines changed.
I can't. It said tie left. I can't figure out what's going on with my phone. Melissa K left.
Brian?
Yes.
One of the scenes changed. Instead of him saying bloody hell, now he says bleeding Christ. It's where he's talking about, he says, can you smell the ice? Can you? And then instead of saying bloody hell, he says bleeding Christ. And I've been looking everywhere for residue, and I'm having a hell of a time. This one's super hard to find. Like super hard. Even for me, and I'm pretty good at, I guess, what I do. But yeah, I'm having a hard time finding residue. I keep finding bleeding Christ. I'm like, nope. Yeah, I hunted for it yesterday. So it's supposed to be bloody hell, and I remember bloody hell.
I know, I can't find it.
Why?
No, it's hard to find. It's one of the hardest residue to find so far for me.
If you can't find it, then I don't know how I'm going to find it.
Yeah.
I'm
not giving up. I'm not giving up.
No, Chris. I want to talk about you. I can't.
Oh, Brian, can I just tell everybody?
What?
Hello?
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get it. I haven't been on, guys. I'm a little hyper right now.
It's just, Lord, that's fine. My picture on my tablet is showing me moving around. I'm not moving around. I can't get my picture on my phone to show me. I don't know if y'all see me moving around, but I'm not. But on the tablet, I'm going everywhere. I don't.
Hey, I got jumped for a little bit. I'll be back.
Okay, Tom.
I'll be back.
No, Tom, don't leave.
Tom.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think y'all realize that there's two realities going on here right now.
We'll catch you later.
Yeah, I'll catch you later on.
Okay, man.
Catch you later, Tom.
Hey,
catch you in a while.
I know you guys were talking about restaurants earlier. Western Sizzler. Who remembers that?
I do.
I don't.
I do.
I do. Florida. Used to eat there all the time.
I remember Western Sizzling.
It's always been Western Sizzling in this reality. But I know some folks that work there. I used to eat there all the time. Western Sizzler. I know this is an older effect too.
Yeah, it's older. No, Western Sizzling is where I used to eat out, but it was a rarity.
Meegs is in the chat, Brian.
Meegs is here?
Yeah, she's in the chat.
Oh, in the chat. Tell her to get on.
Let's get her
Meegs, come on live with us.
Come on, Meegs.
Come on, Meegs. I haven't talked to you in ages. There's a lot of weird things going on. Hey, can we get Glow on too? She's seen a lot of weird Bible changes, recently. Can we get Glory on?
What's going on here?
I don't know. We keep
Good Glory.
We're losing people.
I don't know. It's the technical ones. I'm telling you, they're amping up. They're trying to keep us from connecting. And that's what they do. They screw with it, and they make fun of us. And you finally, like I saw, a freaking thing in the house, and there's stuff happening. That didn't even be on my tablet. I mean, it's me. I don't know what's going on. It looks like from a video on my tablet, but on my phone, all I see is my picture. Because I don't have it on live screen. And on my tablet, I'm looking right behind it. It's moving around. But I realized my dishwasher broke, and I saw this thing in my house, and then later I saw, and felt my hairs go up, and that thing, I saw a shirt, physically saw a shirt that was, see-through, whatever, but I went to it, and I put my arms out, all that weird stuff, but they like to attack us. Once we start connecting, they do not like us to talk. That's why they throw the whole shield word out there, so everybody will think it. Everybody's shield. When I made that video, I was like, God dang, I'm a shield. Everybody's a fucking shield. There is no shield. If a shield comes to your house, you're gone. The black goo will come out of your nose, and they will kill your ass.
Right.
So
yeah.
I've got a really bizarre story that happened to me today, and I wanted to share it. It's freaking me out.
Okay, go ahead.
Can I tell it?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, I go to the library pretty much every weekend because I like to get my DVDs there. So, I'm always eating at IHOP. And I know that the IHOP logo had changed, and I remember it changing because last week it was the brand new logo. And I even asked the lady, I said, hey, is this the new logo? And she's, yeah. It's the weird one that looks like a smile. The weird one?
Yes,
so guess what? Yeah, but guess what? It changed back today. I'm gonna show Brian it. It changed back to the original way.
Oh,
I'm not kidding.
I saw the smile earlier because I don't go
No,
by,
it changed. No, it was like, now listen, it was like that last weekend when I was there last Saturday, and I asked the lady, I said, oh, you finally got your new logo out. And I said, looks like a little smile. And she's like, yeah. Well, guess what? I go there today, and now it's back to the old logo. Yeah, I'm going to send it to Brian.
That's fine. I saw it as a smile today, but I don't go by.
No, but it went back. Look, Brian, show this.
No, Teresa, I believe you. But
Brian,
in my reality, at 2:30 today, it was still the smile.
No, but I want to show Brian and show him what it flipped back to. Y'all are going to freak out when you see this. This is how it was before. Yeah, and I even told Brian about it, too. Remember, Brian, when I told you they changed the logo to the little smile finally?
Oh, hold on. You talking about with
It
eyes?
went back. It went back.
What do you mean it went back?
Like
with
flipped
eyes?
back. Yeah, it flipped back to the old one. Completely different old one too.
Oh, you mean without the smile?
Yeah, look at it.
Well,
I was just here a week ago. I had breakfast. I had a little coupon. I had a nice breakfast.
No,
I asked the lady. I said, "Yeah, it flipped back."
Oh, you telling me that?
Yeah, look at it. Yeah, say it. WTF? It freaks me out.
Freak.
And I asked the lady when I went in there today, and she goes, "Oh no, this has always been like that." And I'm like, "What happened to your little smile one?" She goes, "What are you talking about, this smile one?" I said, "I was here last week, remember?" And she just gave me the strangest look. I said, "You had the little smiley one." And she said, "No, we've always had this one." I'm like, "No, you haven't."
Okay,
Freaking people are driving me crazy.
For 1994 to 2000.
You see it?
Yeah. No, this had the smile before 2015. I remember seeing that.
Right, but it had the smile last week. That was the brand new one. I even asked the lady there, the manager lady, nice girl, "Is this a brand new sign?" She goes, "Yeah, these are our new improved signs, brand new logo." And now when I go today, it's back to the old logo before it got the smile.
No, I know, but I saw the
That is
smile
freaky,
at
man.
2:30 today.
I don't doubt it.
I don't even know where I'm at.
I am
just
like
wasn't-
freaking out, and I'm looking like, wait a minute. I'm like in, oh lordy, I'm in the twilight zone. That was a huge ME for me today.
Teresa, what was that? What was that? Thing you sent me not too long ago. And I said, yeah, didn't we cover this months ago or something? Or what was that?
Which one? You cover a lot of them.
There was one you sent me like earlier about He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I tried to point.
Yeah, I sent it to you. Yeah, it's it merged.
I tried to point it out to everybody like months ago that the letters were merged, and nobody said it was an effect. But
You want me to send it to you again?
No, it's okay. I've seen it. I'll find it real quick.
Yeah, it merged like here. It's there. I sent you some residue from Milk Does the Body Good too. You see it?
Look at the
And your
letter.
Parmesan. Remember your Parmesan? IAN.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of that I'm going to post on the new group today. I just sent you some. You want to show Parmesan?
Yeah, Parmesan.
Yeah, there's a bunch of residue. I found like 10 pictures.
Yep.
Possibly more.
Now,
Yeah, do you see it?
Who loves spaghetti?
I do.
Who puts Parmesan cheese on their spaghetti? I don't.
I don't know. Everything tastes like freaking cardboard to me anymore. I eat onions. I eat freaking pepper. I'm like, hot sauce. I can't get enough hot sauce anymore.
Well, I heard they use wood pulp. They're allowed to mix a little bit of wood pulp for cellulose or whatever. I think it's called cellulose, something like that, for your Parmesan cheese.
Do you see the residue?
That doesn't really taste like cheese. Yeah, I'm looking.
Nothing
in it.
tastes like cheese.
You want me to keep sending you more?
I've seen the IHOP stuff. I didn't get anything else past that.
Yeah, you should. I just sent it to you.
Okay.
It should be popping up. Yeah, I've been on a residue hunt, guys. Like it's
like
it's getting stronger.
If I want a hamburger to taste like a fucking hamburger, I gotta imagine it's gonna taste like a hamburger. It does not taste like a hamburger. It tastes like cardboard. Everything I eat tastes like cardboard. I could eat I put pepper on everything. I put salt on everything. I can put Worcestershire on it. That kind of works better. Onions, yellow onions, I can eat them raw. I get on these habits, but nothing tastes like it should because I'm not from here. So
me either.
I haven't got the downloads to tell my body this is a hamburger. What I'm tasting is cardboard, and it drives me crazy because you know. But lately I just stuck on potato soup. Potato soup seems to be, pretty good.
Oh, you're sending me the picture of Ellis Island?
No, I actually sent you something where it says Statue of Liberty on Ellis Island. It actually said it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Online, yeah.
Yeah, that was my second biggest in me, I guess.
But it says it. That's what's weird. It actually says it.
Well, that's where it was.
For sale.
Yeah,
show Brian.
1986 Statue of Liberty on Ellis Island.
It says it. Yep.
What about Remo Williams?
Yeah,
I mean,
1986 Statue of Liberty on Ellis Island.
Yeah.
what about Remo Williams?
Whoops. 1986 Statue of Liberty on Ellis Island.
What's up, guys?
Oh, hey, man.
Hey.
Girl, you need to be posting more in my group. I miss you.
Oh my gosh.
There's 850. There's over 800 people now after a few weeks, and you haven't posted one thing in my group. And I really want you to post your Bible verses and whatever else you find. I need you to participate more, girl.
I know. You know what? I switched over to my other Facebook temporarily to wake up.
You need to come to my group, right, Brian?
Yeah.
850 people. That's a lot, Teresa.
850. Is it 8? Where are we at right now, Brian? 850? I'm losing. Let me check right now as the moment. Let me see.
What's up,
They keep
Dawn?
coming. 851. 851 as of right now.
Oh my gosh.
Like 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah.
Dang. Have you found any interesting residue lately?
Oh my God. This group has taken off, Brian.
That's awesome.
Meegs. I just called you Brian. I just called you Brian.
Oh, me?
You can call me Brian. Sometimes I misspell your name, Brian, and it's just Brain.
It just rhymes.
I don't want to bother typing
Hey,
it.
Meegs, you know Mother Teresa?
Oh yeah,
Get this. I was named after Mother Teresa when I was born, but guess what? My name has an H in it, and guess what? Mother Teresa H is gone now, and that's how it proves to me. Yeah.
Girl, I heard you talking about that. That's crazy.
That freaks me out.
Whenever I go over to my mom's house and see that like Time magazine cover of Mother Teresa that she just has in the bathroom, I think of you every time. Actually,
it freaks me out.
That's really weird.
Do you
serious?
Do you remember the movie Titanic?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the scene where he says, he says something like, "Do you smell ice? Do you? Do you know?" You remember how he used to say "bloody hell"? Remember he said "bloody hell"?
I don't remember that.
Now it's bleeding Christ.
No.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes. Yes. Play it, Brian. Brian, will you play it for her?
Are you serious?
Yeah. It says bleeding Christ. Brian, see if you can find the scene, okay?
You would not have done that. That was a family movie. Well, sort of.
Yeah, it says bleeding Christ. Somebody is being very satanic.
Hey, Charles. Hey, Charles.
Can y'all hear me?
Hey, Charles.
Crazy.
It says bleeding Christ.
Dude,
Yeah.
Hey, Charles, when you gonna call me?
Huh?
It's still
Crazy.
Don't give me. Hey, don't give me when I'm drunk off my ass and you put me on live.
Brian, see if you can find it. Brian.
I don't even know what I said. There ain't no way. I ain't even went back to listen. If it even went through, I'm like, oh my God, I was drunk on my ass, and he calls me. I'm like, oh, I don't care. I'm alive. Whatever.
They deleted that video.
I don't know if I've met you before. What's your name? What's it? Or do you go by?
No, my name is Reese.
Reese?
Reese Lockhart. I'm from Arkansas. But I just looked at a toy. I used to collect Transformers, so my name is Sheriff Condal, which is a Transformer toy, but nobody can pronounce it because it's evidently too dang hard. I don't know. I never in my life would have thought I'd have made a name that nobody can pronounce. I thought everybody knew Transformers because I was so into them. But when I woke up, I didn't even care about them. And I'm surrounded by them because I live in a Toys R Us, and I'm like, I don't know. I need to sell them. I've got stuff from the 80s all the way up.
Hold on a second here. Meegs, you did a video on fainting souls? When was this?
What?
Oh, that was a couple days ago. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's like weird. UIA has like all these videos about souls now being described, being personified, I guess, in weird ways. So you have like souls lusting after flesh, like souls lusting to eat flesh. And then there's souls fainting now, fainting souls.
That doesn't make sense. People faint, not souls.
I know, exactly. And yeah, so
that's somebody's playing tricks in the Bible. Seriously, that's not right. But look at this.
It's getting worse.
We'll look at that. Can we look at your video in just a moment?
Oh, sure.
I want to play this Titanic quote. This is crazy.
Oh, it freaks me out. Wait till you hear it.
Let's see it.
Bleeding Christ. It was bloody hell. And now it's
bloody hell.
bleeding Christ.
Yeah, wait till you hear this.
I've never even heard of bleeding Christ.
Right. Who put that one up? Is that?
That was Sharon McDonald. Guys, please subscribe to her channel.
Her. Oh, cool.
I subbed her.
Awesome.
Bleeding
Wow, that is totally bizarre. That wouldn't. I saw that.
Hey Brian, what was that? What was that last video that you showed where like the blood was showing up on the
where?
Like Jesus Christ, where he was buried. Remember that?
Oh yeah. You're talking about the
Meegs?
yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah.
That would be a bleeding Christ, right? Technically,
burial was actually bleeding.
Sharon only has one subscriber. Guys, go subscribe to her. That's
crazy.
Catch. Whoa.
Yeah, there's an actual video now where the Christ was actually bleeding where he was at in the tomb.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that big
just came
round?
to my head.
Is the big round rock still there? I mean, I remember the big round rock.
Maybe that's a cue. Maybe we're supposed to look for bleeding Christ.
When he died, they put him in a cave in the big round rock, and
blood is leaking from the Jerusalem tomb, in the place where he was.
Wow.
Well, truth is in the eye of the beholder, and the easiest way to hide the truth is in plain sight. So I feel like it's not as complicated as we're making it out to be.
Oh.
This is real blood. Look,
that's residue.
Wow. And the blood from all the trees too.
Yeah.
It's getting really bizarre.
yeah, and food tastes like crap. I told my dad today, I got all weird on him and just started talking to him. You know, like his dad I used to know, and
a lot of the things.
I don't even think we'll have to. I told him, I said I don't even think I have to like drink or eat anything. I said I'll just drink water because everything tastes like crap. You know, and he was like, yeah.
That might be residue.
What?
Creating residue.
Gloria just sent me something. It's the play from the Titanic, and it might have the residue in there.
Oh, wow.
Good.
I'm going to send this to you, Brian. It says Titanic the musical. I'm curious to know if that is said in the play, like if they actually said the line or they said the new change line. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wanted to ask, real quick though. I wanted to ask Meegs, where is this verse? What Meegs?
Oh yeah. It's in Psalm / Psalms. It's like different in each Bible, but there's like 4 mentions of fainting souls now. Psalm 119:81. My soul fainteth for thy salvation. Psalm 107:5. Hungry and thirsty. Their soul fainted in them.
No, it doesn't even say their souls. It's not even.
I know.
It's supposed to be plural. It said their soul fainted in them.
It's ridiculous. It's like falling apart.
For some reason, I'm thinking about John the Baptist when their sins away. Right.
It's so dramatic. It's like overly dramatic now.
Because the Bible is mostly spiritual.
It's just bizarre. And EYA said this changed from like fainting to from longing to fainting. So it used to probably say something like my soul longed for the, or I longed, or my spirit longed, or whatever. But not now. It's just,
that actually makes sense. My soul longed within me.
Right.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Right.
Soul longed for something.
Right.
Remember,
wow. Wow, that's insane.
It's just awkwardly. It's like this is indicative of like the Bible changes at large. You know, it's just like it's so nonsensical. It's like makes the Bible into a joke. It like makes it all sound like a weird joke. Like awfully written. You know, like
Teresa.
Go ahead. Who's Charles? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Remember when we watched the dress change colors in front of us?
Yeah.
I'm looking for residue for this.
That was awesome because it happened like in front of it. Like I witnessed it happen, and like it was just awesome. Like
and beyond.
It means that anything is possible technically. Well, the more awakening that occurs, the more possible things happen.
Yeah, keep your mind open because nothing makes no sense, and just don't worry about it. Just
there are no wrongs. There are no wrongs. There are no rights.
Just flow with it and let it come to you as the time needs. It all comes to us as we need.
Okay, listen, there's definitely wrongs in this world. There's definitely evil, and God gives us a clear.
No, exactly. This place is bad. This is horrible.
I'm just talking about the arguments when it comes to the effects, like when some people remember something and then the others don't, and so they're like, "Oh, well, then you're not." I'm talking about that.
Totally.
That's what I mean.
Totally.
Like,
I thought you were getting like esoteric on me. I was like,
no. It was totally like we're supposed to help each other and not get in the way of each other. And so when somebody here remembers something different, it's legitimate,
I'm totally down with that. Yeah.
I feel like, a lot of people just take everything too hard. Like, they take it too personal because it doesn't fit what, exactly they remember. And, it's about the collective. Like, we're all in it together. So.
Yes.
All right. Well,
we need to contribute and not lead. Don't follow a leader. Follow
nobody.
Nobody. We all contribute because nobody fucking knows. So,
that's what I love about the Mandela Effect. Everyone has a voice in it, and everyone's opinions are valid. Everyone's memories are valid.
Yes, it is. And unless they're purposely being deceiving, and we know that there's a few out there, and that's why a lot of people get kind of funny about the situation because they start looking around at each other, and we can't focus on that. I mean, we got to be aware of it, but if we focus on it, it's going to take us away from what we need to focus on.
Well, that's when I realized that there are no shields at all.
Yeah,
the only shields are ourselves.
That's another propaganda version for the Mandela.
It is. It's just a word that was out there that makes you question, even more of a question.
Right. It's just to create divide and conquer, man.
Everybody is affected, whatever. We're all together.
So.
Oh, I found it.
You did? Great.
I think so. Yeah, Brian, go to. Oh, geez, how am I going to find this? I'm trying to get my internet to work right. I think I found it. It's under Titanic, and it says right here. It says, "Smell ice, can you? Bleeding," and then it stops. I think it's trying to trick me. Hold on. I think I found residue, guys.
Oh, more than likely it is because you see it.
Hi, Charles.
Hi, how are you?
I finally get to talk to you. I've always texted you, but I never actually got to say hello.
I know, right? It's so trippy. Like, we've had some epic conversations.
I know. It's like, oh my God. Because we can talk all night, right?
Like, it's trippy. Like I swear, we got some, intense energies. Like wow.
You want to hear something even weirder? Every day I've been seeing chemtrails, and today I woke up, not one chemtrail in the sky today. It was clear. It was clear, like not one little thing in the sky.
That's why I made that video the other day of the clear sky with the regular clouds, because I wanted people to see that, and then hopefully it would give them an energy or frequency to try to focus on that instead of what the media and all these other people that are following the instruments of weather. They're wrong. They were predicting all these horrible events of weather, and it was beautiful that day. It was amazing. It was gorgeous.
Hey, so many people back, guys. Hey, Troy.
Oh, it changed. Oh, Brian, it changed in front of me.
Wait, what did it
It
change?
did?
Oh my God! It changed. Yeah, it like literally changed. You saw I saw bloody hell, and it changed to bleeding Christ. Like literally, the words changed. Oh my God! That freaked me out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's good.
Oh
That's
my
a good
God!
thing. Don't
That hurt
freak
my
out.
eyes.
Freak out. It's okay.
Hey, Meegs, how you doing, hon?
It's okay.
Oh my God!
It's awesome.
It literally changed. It's like it blinked out and it came
Yeah.
back a different
Yeah.
thing.
This is the kind of stuff that they tell us we're crazy.
Oh.
For Teresa.
Yeah, we're crazy.
No, I just seen bloody hell and it disappeared and the other one popped up like updating.
Does Troy know
Like-
about this one with Titanic?
Oh,
The
yeah, yeah.
visual-
Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy? That's great.
Oh my God!
It's almost
You
like
guys don't know how freaky that is watching it in real time. Like literally, it disappeared.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like Doctor Strange, like when he was like moving like all the reality around him.
It hurts my
It's like-
head.
It's getting on that level. Well, it's a
Hey,
muscle.
Meegs, I
Like
was watching your video.
can't
The
overwork.
B word. That was really strange. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, isn't that
Yeah.
weird? It's only in there once
Yeah.
now. It's like,
Yeah, that's so weird.
Have you guys? Any of you guys watch stuff change in real time?
no.
I used to
Oh,
think
it's been
that
happening
it
a lot
wasn't
to
really
me, Meegs, a
happening,
lot.
but
lot.
Now that
That's the only
it's
thing
fake.
I've heard like that. Well, it was this video a long time ago this guy did about the song California Dreamin'. I could hear
Oh
it
yeah,
began to pray.
began to pray. Yep, began to pray.
It would switch like Green Needle or Brainstorm or Yanny or Laurel. It would switch.
Yeah. Oh, Brian, you should do the thing for Meegs.
Yes,
The what do you hear? Remember this test?
You guys read my mind. I actually had the video up on my phone.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yes,
Let Meegs do the test.
That's
And
awesome.
Charles.
Synchronicity.
Okay.
Synchronicity.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Listen closely. Hold on, let me rewind it.
Oh, you know what? I did hear that video that you did. You managed to isolate the two sounds. Most people can only hear one, but I was hearing both in your song.
We are the new age scientists.
Now, what was really weird was the first day I heard it, I heard Yanny. What do you guys hear?
I heard Yanny at first, and then in a matter of like a minute or two, it changed to both, and then only Laurel. I couldn't hear Yanny anymore at all.
Yeah.
I'm hearing swirl.
Whoa, that's freaky.
Yeah, I hear Laurel only. I've never heard Yanny or whatever until actually someone played like Yanny, but I heard Yanny after someone manipulated it, but I only heard Laurel when I was actually hearing that tone.
Well, you opened your mind to it, so it started. Your frequency started picking up. Like we're like radios. So
it wasn't that. No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that at all. Somebody had actually played what Yanny was sounding like. So I was wondering what people are hearing.
Wow.
And somebody actually had some kind of video that actually was what people were actually hearing, the other Yanny thing, and I'm like, okay, well. So no, it wasn't. I tried to open my mind, but it wasn't that. There was another thing with the brainstorm and Green Needle thing. That was kind of weird.
Yeah, makes you immortal.
I have those sound bites playing in my head. They just pop in from time to time.
Yeah, I know, right?
Green Needle.
What a weird. I can't believe it made Ellen too. This is weird.
I know. Listen, and it all made it all the way up to the president too. But
what?
Yeah.
Which one does Trump hear?
I think
Hey, Meegs, what do you mean you made Ellen? What does that mean?
Oh, the Yanny or Laurel phenomenon made the Ellen show. Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, is that right? You were on there?
Oh no, just called Yanny or Laurel.
Oh, okay.
RMC says
I wouldn't go on the Ellen show.
Brian.
Questions in the
Brian.
Yeah,
it's funny though. I like how funny
Trump
she
wants
is.
his face on the Mount Rushmore.
Oh, that's weird too. The lapel.
Yeah, I saw the article on that. He wants his face up there with the others, which they're all changed. I don't know if you're looking at it, Brian. You might want to show it.
Yeah.
They're getting really weird. And one guy is now wearing a suit. The guy at the end is wearing a suit.
Guy at the end, you mean Roosevelt?
Yeah, look at it. If you show her, Brian, show that he's wearing like an actual suit now. Clothing.
Is it Washington?
The one at the very end. The one to the left.
That's Washington.
Yeah, look what he's now. Look, show his clothing. He's actually wearing clothing now.
It's Washington, Jackson, Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln.
Right.
Very good.
Do you guys see it?
Oh,
Teresa, did you show the Statue of Liberty?
Weird.
Yeah, he didn't have the jacket on and
the
all
whole
that.
body of him.
Yes, there you go.
Oh,
New in me,
man,
guys.
Hey, Brian, we just looked at that a little while ago, and that was not like that, bub.
It's
That's
a change,
so weird.
guys. It's the new in me.
Teresa, did you show the Statue of Liberty?
Oh,
I noticed it. I'm like, what the hell?
Crazy.
Can anybody name the faces that are up here? Can anyone name them?
Hey, Brian, focus in on Abraham Lincoln for just a bit, because is he getting older again? Because I remember he was really young at one time. Yep, there he is. He's looking older now. We changed. Something changed.
Weird.
I don't remember.
Those are always changing. Those.
And it was much more cartoony before, and now it's actually a little bit more refined. Wait, is Roosevelt wearing his glasses or no? He better be.
They are alive.
Look at their eyes.
They're alive.
Well defined.
The giants
One of
are
the
coming
eyes
back.
looks like they're real. One of them, I forgot who it was. They said they look real.
Well, you know, there's like some kind of storage area, like where they keep the data of like U.S. history, or stuff like that, like in the rock right behind them.
Really?
That was it. Yeah, there's like a door or tunnel. Hey, Brian, you can look that up too. It's like a data storage of like U.S. history. That's actually in Mount Rushmore.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Storage in Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Their eyelids look different to me. Like, it looks,
Yeah, they do. The eyes look very different.
like the lids on top, like they look like they're kind of like squinting a little bit. Like
there's like a door to get in there.
What the heck?
I think I remember seeing that, but where is it exactly?
It's I don't know the location exactly. I've never been there, but I know that I've actually seen the images of a door that actually leads inside of Mount Rushmore, where you can actually go and like look out the eyes and all that stuff. Yeah. Is that it? That's it.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, that's insane.
That's what Fort Knox is. Nah.
Yep, it's a data storage of U.S. history to see, like, you know, all the archives of, like, you know, the beginning of history.
Is that a Mandela effect, or was that always there?
That's probably better.
I've never seen that image, so these got to be new. So, I mean, I thought it was at the base of the thing. So now it's like in a different spot. It's weird.
It's somewhere over here.
Yeah, it used to be connected to the heads. Like
the door was over
it wasn't,
where I'm pointing
wasn't
at.
separate.
It's down here. Now it's way behind them.
Yeah.
That's
Now
cool.
it's behind them. It was always like right, like it was never behind them. It was in
was
the
to the
mountain
side.
itself, Brian.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a Emmy for sure. It is. Oh man, that makes no sense. It was actually because you were able to look in the eyes, out the eyes of the characters as well. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. That's a new one for sure.
There's so
It
much.
could be an entrance to another version. Like this is awesome.
George Washington never had a suit in here.
Another member?
No.
Damn.
You got another?
Why would he?
Another member.
The only one that has clothes. Why would he be the only one?
If you're listening.
Have y'all looked up the second Mount Rushmore?
Yeah.
The second one.
Dang.
There's a second.
Presidents are Freemasons or were Freemasons.
Yeah.
Well, they're all sun worshippers.
Probably all of them
We're
were
gonna be hitting 1,000 soon.
publicly.
They worship Ra. Like, you know, anything that you research, like, it'll all end up pointing towards Egyptian sun god worship eventually. And paganism. It's all rituals.
Right.
Mount Rushmore.
That is just bizarre.
Yeah, they have way.
There you go. But see, Abraham Lincoln was actually really young in that last. Brian, when you did this show about them, we actually it was a carryover. We had mentioned it. We were talking about the the Lincoln Memorial, and then we actually went over to the Mount Rushmore to see how he looked. And he was much younger. Now he's looks like he's aged a little bit too. Now
his hair looks different.
Really?
Like
He looks like a Disney character to me in that.
what's that?
He looks
It's
kinda-
like,
yeah, but see,
it's like his
yeah,
hair's
see, he was
blowing in the
actually, you know,
wind.
before they looked much more cartoony. Now they look actually looks like they actually have some sculpture to them.
That's
Like
because more people are focused on it now, so it's manifesting more clearly. That's what I would have to guess.
Well, anyways, guys, if you remember, or if you don't remember this suit, then you're with us with the Mandela. If not, then it's okay. We still love you. But he told me not have a suit.
Your stuff, guys.
It's like they're hiding behind Washington or something.
So yeah. I will shield you.
Look at this. Look at this. It says hidden room, and it's pointing to the head of Abraham.
Yep.
Abraham.
And
remember when we did that one on Moon? Was it not Moonraker, but the 007 one with oh god, what's his face? Bald head dude. What's his name?
Sean Connery?
Sean Connery. He was actually scaling down Mount Rushmore. That was. Oh, I want to see that clip now because that had to have changed. That changed because he actually was scaling down the face of Mount Rushmore. That had to have changed, Brian. You got to look that one up too.
Which movie?
Sean Connery, where he was climbing down the face of Mount Rushmore. I forget which one it was. But that was like a 007 one, I want to say. Where he was scaling down the face of Mount Rushmore. I want to say... I thought it was Moonraker, but I'm sure I'm wrong.
The James Bond one?
Yeah. With Sean Connery, just put Sean Connery, Mount Rushmore.
Moonraker?
I thought it was Moonraker, but I could be wrong. I forget exactly which one it was.
Oh, sorry.
So let's see.
Which one was it?
Oh, there's a Hitchcock one.
Oh, Hitchcock. That's what it was. That's what it was. Yes.
The birds are coming back.
That's what it was.
The birds are tripping. I know because I'm a big bird. This is awesome. Oh my god.
There we go.
Yeah, there should be footage of that. Now let's check out that scene because I know for a fact if we see Washington in full dress, oh man, I can't wait to see this. If he's actually scaling down that and Washington has a full tuxedo or whatever he's wearing, oh man, for sure, Emmy, man, this is gonna be crazy if this actually shows it.
Okay, look,
that's it, man. Oh God, please don't show it. Please don't show it.
There it is.
Oh man, he's starting to wear a full suit.
You saw the suit.
It just adapts to it. See what I mean? It just oh man, come on, man.
Wasn't it in Dances with Wolves?
Oh boy.
Where's the secret door? How'd they do that?
The footage looks different too, by the way. Yeah, of course it would be.
I can't show too much for copyright.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Oh, I think you can play without sound. You should be able to play without sound.
Okay.
Just take the sound off.
So you saw the
I
suit.
wouldn't risk too much.
Yeah, he's got the suit on.
It's better to do screenshots most of the time.
No, it adapts. It adapts for sure. I mean, this is not uncommon.
You know what's crazy too? What?
Great.
Can I say something real quick? It was something my mom reminded me of. We had like a family reunion for my grandmother's 90th birthday, and I was wearing my Lowe's T-shirt because I used to work there, and she asked me. She said, "Can you zoom in, Brian, and look at it, see if it has the apostrophe?" And sure enough, it had the apostrophe. I don't remember it having the apostrophe.
It never did, Brian. It never did. And in fact, the spelling of it actually changed. I remember Loews, so I don't remember it ever being Lowes.
Lowes is. That's what I remember. But I mean, I could see your point with the effect, you know.
Yep.
Brian, you have a little comment in the chat.
Sure,
I hear a rumor that the lakes by Waycross have changed.
The lakes by what?
SK Minky.
The lakes by what?
Waycross. Lakes by Waycross. I don't know what that is.
Is that Waycross? Oh, that's
you know what Waycross is?
Waycross, Georgia. Yeah, that's on the eastern side of Georgia.
That's all you, Brian. You're out there. That's your neck of the woods. You should know everything about Georgia.
Cross. Waycross.
I'm waiting for the peaches to change color too, man.
I don't even know what that is.
I want some like green peaches and like purple peaches, man.
I've never heard of that.
The peaches
They have pink ones now,
it's a
Brian.
question
Show the
directed
pink
to you, Brian.
peaches. The pink.
Peaches have stingers in this reality. You know that, right?
Yeah, Waycross GA.
Yeah, that's wild. They get ya. Yeah, another forbidden fruit.
I'm looking for purple peaches right now, just to make sure.
Meegs, we have
Whoa, you're
pink.
tripping out.
Meegs, we have pink peaches.
They were always kind of pink, though.
They're always pink. Oh,
I don't remember
peach.
pink peaches. Peaches.
Orangey pink. Oh,
Yeah, orangey, pink, peach. You know that they're all kind of the same
Yeah,
realm.
it's all distorted, bro.
Yeah, if you start finding like purple peaches, you know, any other kind of variation, turquoise, you know, I'd like to see those.
You might be traveling right now, Brian.
Hey.
It's
Wow.
Indian free peach. Type in
A
Indian
what?
peach.
Hey, that sounds intense. Do I sound like that at all?
Because I swear they had stingers.
They did. You mentioned Brian. You mentioned that before. You better find them now, man. We've changed, man. We had to have shifted for sure. For sure, we did, man. Hey, listen, guys. I've got a place that I travel by every single morning on my way to work. You know, during the work days, anyways. And they've got this sign that's affixed. It's a Del Taco sign, right? And I pass by this place every morning. I can't stop there, you know, because it's always closed. But the sign is always illuminated. It's a fixed sign, but every time I go by there, I'm telling you, this sign changes direction every single time I drive by. I'm like, what? So we've got to be shifting like so many times. It's a permanent, you know, sign. And it's always angling a different way. It's always angling a different way. I'm like, oh man, even if it's only by a couple of degrees, it's all I notice it, and I paid very close attention to it. And it's like I want to take a picture of it, but I know that once I take a picture of it, it's going to match the reality that I'm in, and that's just the way it is. So, you know, you have to take my word on it. But I'm telling you, if you were to see it and you know something because you see it every single day, and then it changes every single day, it's like that was not like that. There's some days it's like completely switched all the way around. I'm like, oh man, come on. All right. And, you know, these are just little things that are personal. I don't expect you guys to understand it. But, you know, when you see something every single day and you know it and you pay attention to it and you're very much aware and then it changes all the time, this is exactly what the sign's doing to me. It's just mocking me. So, yeah,
it's guiding you. Like it's showing you that.
Yeah, that's what it's doing. A Del Taco sign is guiding me. You know, I think it's, you know, I think, look, you know, for what it's worth, I know that these are, for at least what my perception is that it's telling people to wake up. You know, it's like, you know, here's a giant sign. Here, look, I'm moving. Wake up.
You're in a.
It's not trying to tell me to get some tacos. You know, although it do sound pretty good every once in a while.
Guys, here's what's interesting. SK Mink said about, she said the swamps have changed in Waycross. The guys from home I know says there's something funny. It's not the same. They are not Mandela affected, but their routes are not what they know. Wow.
Well, I saw one a little while ago, which I thought was kind of weird. You remember the bridge that Ted Kennedy flew off of? It was Lake Chappaquiddick. Yeah, remember that? And they actually they're coming up with a movie of that. The Yeah, the lake is the name of the movie is called Chappaquiddick, but the way they spelled it is like so odd. If you want to look that up too, Brian, I've known this for quite some time. I haven't mentioned it because it's such a weird name that it could be, people just don't know the way it's spelled. But this is a big deal. He actually drove off a bridge and actually killed the woman in the car that he was with.
What bridge is that?
Lake Chappaquiddick. And there's a movie coming out about it.
Wow, a movie coming out?
Yeah, I think it's called Chappaquiddick.
That's really crazy. Who was he?
Hey, Don, do you have anything to say, Don? I haven't heard from Don in a while.
I'm here.
Yeah, and the spelling of Chappaquiddick is not the way it was. It's not Chappaquiddick. That's not the way it was. Look at that word. Look at the way they spell it. It just looks like you're an idiot if you think, you know what I mean.
Meegs,
you're gonna spell like.
I gotta hear you say it.
Lake Chappaquiddick.
That's bizarre.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Yeah, like Chappaquiddick.
You're gonna call it Chappaquiddick?
You're right.
Like reaching the bottom of the barrel of beauty class, I guess.
I know, right? But I'm convinced that we must have shifted at least since last Friday, since we had the last show, Brian. We must have shifted at least a couple times because I've seen so many things that I keep checking in on, and in fact, I'm like honing in on a few things. And what that means is that the landmarks that have been changing quite a bit, like the Statue of Liberty, the Sphinx, the pyramids, and of course the Last Supper are the key ones that I'm honing in on. I don't have time to do too much homework on other things because the moment I learn a lot of these things, it changes again.
Oh, really?
Oh, right. Like you guys don't know that. So I mean, I keep on studying these things just to relearn, and then they change again, and then I'll relearn that, and then it changes again. So it's like, oh, there's no point. What's the point? I'm gonna learn like an infinity amount of like realities. Come on, my God. I mean, come on. My brain is hurting.
I agree. When I was trying to learn about the North Pole, it was like 50 billion different descriptions about the history of the North Pole. So it's like I gave up.
I know. And the North, was it the Northwest Passage or Northeast Passage? That was a myth. I remember that too. And now it's actually, now it's actually a real deal.
Right.
That was a myth.
Yeah, it's like, what's the point of learning history now? And it's just gonna change.
There's no point. What? I know. There's no point.
What is all these passages?
I want to hear Dawn. I haven't heard Dawn. Dawn, can you speak up on this one?
Go ahead, Dawn.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I can hear you. All the years of making good grades are down the tubes now.
I know. I would so fail right now.
a lot.
Let Dawn talk.
Go ahead, Dawn.
Words, English language is just all, even in the Bible. I mean, nothing is pronounced right. It's not literally correct. None of the, when you, like a lot, the word a lot was one word. The word beef drives me crazy. That was never a word. Never a word. Beef, that was the word used, not beef. It just drives me crazy.
Yep, kind of like finna. Finna was a slang word that was used it was a cultural term. Like, I'm finna gonna do this. But it was never like an actual word. It was always a slang. But now it's like, at least, I don't know. Maybe that's changed too. It probably has.
Alaska looks like a crown now. It never used to look like a crown.
And look at Greenland now. Greenland's like pulling to the right. It's like, it used to be like up and down. Look at that thing.
Wow. Why did we even learn what the world looked like? We don't even know now.
No, it's whatever she said,
It's
Emmy wants to make it. You make it look like a giant, separated hamburger. It's like all stacked on top of each other. It's like, okay, cool. That's what we look like.
I'm working on it.
On the cheese.
Corey here, because Corey's from Canada. He can tell us if this Northwest Passage actually exists or not. Because in this reality, it does. But
Yeah.
I don't remember there being. Do you
No,
guys-
it was I'm telling you guys, everyone that's listening, I'm telling you for a fact, it was a mythical thing. It was just like, it was something that someone like, you know, no one ever found it. It was just something that someone said that it existed. No one ever found it. It did not exist. Factual. It never existed. I actually did a lot of research in this too. And look, it was a nice concept, but no one ever found this, and lots of people died trying to find this. In fact, some people that went in exploration for this, they went over to, I want to say, Iceland. They went off track, and they got stuck on some like weird like little area where they had like polar bears, and they had to live off polar bears. They got some kind of like infection from the meat, and they all died just as like the new crew was coming to find them. And that was like trying to find this Northwest Passage. It did not exist. They had so many people that tried to find this, and nobody could. It was just a mythical thing.
It exists when it is observed, because knowledge cannot exist unless it is observed. It has to be observed for it to be qualified as knowledge. That's why I don't like the Big Bang Theory, because there's no observer, which is really stupid.
Nothing came from nothing, and it means nothing.
Right
there.
So now no longer a myth, it's absolutely fact, you know. Just like, you know, I mean, I must be totally stupid to think that you know, that they actually caught that they didn't catch like the Lindbergh baby or Lindbergh baby killer. I mean, and all these other things that I knew for a fact. I could have got on Jeopardy. Let me tell you, I could have got on Jeopardy a long time ago. I could have held my own. Nowadays, I would be like the biggest jackass that ever walked planet Earth. They're like, "What are you talking about? They found that dude." I'm like, oh, what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? There's only one killer of Abraham Lincoln. What are you talking about? There were 6.
Wait, really?
Oh, sorry, guys. I gotta go home. I gotta take my medication.
The vampire Slayer was my favorite. Like, yeah, that was my favorite version.
All right, let's just go through and let's see what are your favorite effects. What's your favorite effect, Paul?
What for the night?
No, I'm talking about overall. What's your favorite Mandela effect?
One of the funnest ones that I've seen, which actually was pretty interesting, was the Hindenburg. I liked seeing the new footage. That was kind of fun, seeing them empty the ballast and actually to see people live. That was cool because the people of Hindenburg that were on that blimp, they all died. Every single one of them. There's no way you're living. There's no way you're living through that crash. It was a fiery hydrogen blast of death, and every single one of them was incinerated. The nose actually hit first. I know for a fact. It used to be the cover of the album on Led Zeppelin. And now even that has changed. Now at least more than half of them have lived. So that's a fun one. And the footage is spectacular. It's all high definition too. So that was a good one for me.
Absolutely.
That's mine.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's not the only one that's changed the album cover. I've heard Pink Floyd Painting on the Wall or whatever, or the wall.
Yep.
The album. Uni Mundi, I think, did a video on it.
Oh,
yeah.
The album cover changed for the wall?
You remember the wall?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
It's a regular plain wall now.
Yeah, what? That's the guy with his face like popping out of it, like screaming. Ah! Yeah.
Oh, what? Wow.
Yep.
Oh, wait. Oh, there it is.
There it is. It's there.
Is that what you remember?
Hey, hold on. No, not that one. But I remember the guy's like face. So let me see the one with the guy's screaming face.
It was actually.
I remember that one, at least a version of that. But,
it was like a.
Kinda.
It was like a relief almost. It was coming out of the wall.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, that's.
Yeah. No, that's weird. No, that wasn't it. That's not.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts. I haven't seen that. Brian, that's a new one for me.
I listen to that all the time. It was
me too.
Like the wrinkles coming into the wall. It was like coming.
Yes. The face coming out of the wall. Yep. That's insane. Oh, I love that one, Brian. I'm glad I didn't see that one. That's a new one for me.
Trying to remake it like in Photoshop.
Who's sleeping?
Sharky.
Somebody's sleeping.
It's Sharky. He did this to me the last time I live streamed when I had him as a guest. Sharky!
Hey, Sharky, wake up, bub.
Wake up, Sharky!
Sorry.
I didn't know we were that relieving and comfortable to listen to. You know.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
You have a soothing voice.
Hey,
Apparently.
Sharky, press the mute button, bub. You're snoring over the conversation here.
It's getting kind of late up. I'm
That reminded me of my mom.
call it a night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm watching them.
Oh, come on, Brian.
We got a few more minutes. So any I didn't get to ask Meegs, what's your favorite effect?
Okay, there's so many, but I love the hipster hats on top of the Easter Island statues now.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. That freaked me out too. I'm like, what? There was never any hats on these guys. Oh, come on, man. That's so weird. Oh man. I guess. And were you the one that said that there was like a painting like 200 years ago of those hats too?
Right. Look at the hipster hats.
Right. Like, what? Oh, come on, man. Hey, Brian, look at the painting. Look at the painting 200 years ago of those guys. It's so weird. I'm like, come on, man. Those guys didn't have hats.
Wait, look at this.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
No way, dude.
Oh, that's funny.
Save that picture.
Yeah, that's funny.
The earth is hollow. The earth is hollow. Nothing.
That's funny. Hey, Brian, how about yours? What's your favorite, bub?
Oh man, I like the Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. That's the one for me.
Yeah, that's a trippy one right there.
Totally.
If you build it, he will come.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I guess that right there says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm seeing. Oh, I gotta take a picture, guys. I'm seeing right now a rainbow moon. Hold on, I gotta take a picture.
Take a picture of it.
Get it. Take it.
Yeah, I'm getting it right now. Hold on. Right now, I'm getting a rainbow moon. Hold on. Oh, please, camera. Oh, I'm not getting the right tone. Hold on.
Is it chemical fractions? Is it a chemtrail moon?
It's like, yeah. I'm getting a rainbow halo moon.
Wow.
Oh, it's not really taking a picture. I can't capture it right in the video. Oh,
Man.
It's not really doing it right. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it right. Hold on. Blurry. You guys can say, hold on.
I've never heard
it's
of
a rainbow moon.
It's a rainbow moonstone. That's weird.
Yeah. You guys. Oh, if you can see this right now. Look outside. Just go outside. Look.
I'm going to go outside. I'm going outside.
So I just created this dope website.
Oh, man. It's the most amazing thing. I can't capture it right. My camera sucks. Oh, man. You guys should see what I'm seeing right now. Oh, it's not even capturing it right now.
What is it? What is it?
It's a rainbow moon. I can't get it right now. My phone's not
It's a rainbow
capturing it.
moon?
Yeah, like a rainbow moon right now. I'm telling you, it's got a rainbow halo around the moon. And I'm actually looking at it right now. I'm trying to film it as I'm talking to you. Maybe a little bit. I'll send you guys a copy of this. It's very strange. All right, well, give it my best shot, guys. Maybe you can kind of see it. But
looks like it's changing.
Yeah, the camera's just not like my phone camera's just not that hot.
Hey,
and the clouds moved in and covered it up. Okay, cool. All right. Oh my God. Yeah, I'll send it over to you later, Brian. You'll see what I mean. At least maybe you get a little essence. It was so weird. I'm telling you guys, when we talk about these things,
it's like
they're all around us.
What the fuck? The moon's like splitting into like 3 moons. I gotta.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of weird stuff. Even off on the East Coast right now, we're getting a glow from the clouds. Almost like the sun isn't all the way down, but the clouds are all red.
Hey guys, real quick, Dan Esmond has a question for everybody.
Yeah, what's up, Dan?
And also one from SK Make here.
All right.
Dan says, have you ever had someone you never seen before walk up to you and greet you and talk to you like you knew each other well in the past?
Yes, absolutely.
All the time.
That's where the wheels start turning. It's like, how do I know you? And they feel so bad because they're like they're calling me by my first name. I'm like, yeah, how you doing there, my friend? I'm trying to think of where I know this guy from. But that happens to me quite a bit, yeah.
All right, I gotta try this.
I would imagine that he's actually encountered this quite a few times. You know, I'm a social butterfly, so I meet a lot of people too. And, you know, I can't really account that necessarily for any kind of enemy. So I can't say that that's a Mandela effect. I mean, it may be very well, but, you know, the fact is that, you know, I you know, especially from, you know, some of the people that I've met in my day, I've met a lot of people, a lot of people. So, you know, I guess I made more of an impact on some people than I really thought that I did. I have no idea why, but, you know, they remember me. I guess we had the best time of all time, which, I mean, I have a good time no matter where I go. But, you know, some of these things that, you know, that I've been approached with, you know, it's like we had like the best time and I like it made like a giant impact on their life. I'm like, what could I have done? I must have done something amazing because I don't even remember it. You know, like, man, I should have remembered this, man. You know, maybe I'm just dismissing these things, but I mean, could it be? Possibly. But, you know, is it? Oh, the rainbow moon is back. Hold on. I got to see if I can get it. Oh, man. I got to see if I can get it. It's just a picture or two.
Dawn, what's your favorite effect? And then, let's see.
That would have to be probably the little super changing because I noticed because I have a picture and it like, you know, the bread, I couldn't believe when they said the breads, I had to go run and look and like there's these little weird, mine's like a sculpture almost like print. It's like these round circles on the table and they were not there. They were absolutely not there.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever done a video of the moon. It's
really freaky.
You guys can see what I'm seeing right now. It's the weirdest looking moon I've ever seen.
It looks like it's like flashing.
It's illuminating where I am right now. It's got like a red ring, and it's like red on the outside. It's yellow, then white on the inside. It's so, you know, like a red, yellow, red, orange, yellow. It doesn't have like greens or blues, but yeah, it's like part of the rainbow. It's really strange.
I wish I had a zoom so I could get closer.
Yeah, there's got to be a reason why they won't let you zoom in this far with these phones.
Yeah, I know.
We have the technology to be able to zoom in 64%. I mean, 64x, but we're locked in at 8x.
Does anyone know the maximum distance that the human eye can see?
Can't, yeah, now my phone's not letting me take pictures. That's so funny.
Have you guys
I love it.
With the vision? Like, I hear we can see better peripherally now or something.
Well, I don't know, because the sun's apparently 93 million miles away, and I just kind of doubt that we can see that.
Yeah, just like the path of totality was only 70 miles. Well, if you know anything about shadows, that would tell you that our moon is no bigger than 70 miles wide or smaller. That's our moon. If the path of totality was only 70 miles, guess what, guys? Your moon is not like 1,600 miles wide, like they're claiming. Your moon is only 70 miles or less. That's it. That's a fact. So that right there is, and you can do your own test. Just take any kind of like a ping pong ball or whatever kind of ball you want. You know, put a light behind it at any distance. You'll find out that the shadow that it makes will never be any smaller than the object itself at any distance. So then you can go ahead and determine exactly how big your moon is. If the path of totality was only 70 miles wide, well, guess what? That's how big your moon is, or spot.
And I heard that the eclipse, the shadow that's made, it can only be done with a flat surface rather than a ball because of the way the shadow emanates on the moon. Like, if it was a flat surface, it would like do an eclipse the way we see it. But when it's a round surface, it kind of like shadows in a way that we don't see it in an eclipse.
I'm not opposed to the flat earth theory. In fact, I'm open-minded to that. I've been looking into that, and a lot of it makes a lot of sense, especially with the time-lapse video. I've looked into a lot of that stuff. It makes a lot of sense. However, I mean, look, you know, I don't know definitively because we've never had any pictures of the Earth, you know, from any, you know, satellite or anything that's been like out in space. They said we landed on the moon, but yet we can't get through the Van Allen belt because apparently we lost that technology. So, I mean, we can go off in that direction, but, you know, that's a whole other topic probably.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm actually debating someone right now about the flat Earth.
Are you? What do you think, Meegs? Do you think we're flat Earth or do you think we're Randy?
We're totally flat.
I think it's a combination.
I mean, doesn't it make sense? Because you heard of the first guy that ever like went up in the air, right? In a hot air balloon, like way long ago. They actually had a Heineken commercial about that guy, and no one ever mentioned this guy.
Picard. His name's Augustus Picard.
That's it. Picard. Yeah, he was named after. Yep, Picard. That's it because they named him after the
first man to reach the stratosphere in popular science, 1932. I believe.
Yep, that's how they came up with the name for Captain Picard.
Guys, Teresa, are you there, Teresa?
Yeah, I'm here.
I wanted you to talk about. Well, there's this new effect I've heard with how many of you watched the royal wedding? I heard that change.
Oh yeah,
the dad that actually was there, then he wasn't. The prince, Prince Charles. Yeah, they got
that's epic.
The demon himself.
I didn't watch the wedding, guys. Sorry.
I didn't watch it either, but Lisa sent me something earlier about that. She watched it, and I'll tell you what she wrote me. Hold on.
She watched it?
Yeah, she watched the wedding in entirety, pretty much.
Yeah, I didn't watch it yet. Not yet.
I have to get on this one.
You missed it because you'll see the new version because the old version did not have the Prince Charles in it. He didn't give away the.
Yeah, she walked by herself.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but now he's there.
No.
So is that a huge Mandela, the wedding?
No, it's not the whole entire wedding itself, but the fact that Prince Charles did not attend the wedding.
Yeah,
and now he did.
Now
he did. So yeah, so it is Mandela.
No way.
See, I don't watch these things. I just kind of heard about it, you know. So I you know, all I know is that I'm taking the word of somebody else that has been through the same type of experience.
Ask people in the group how many people remember him being there. Ask your audience.
I don't remember him being there.
Yeah, she was watching alone. Uni Mundi, if I can find that video, let me video real quick.
I think I sent it to you, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Let me see if I can find it.
Hang on. Lisa sent it to me too. I want to watch this because I'm curious.
I like that Tasmanian one.
Oh, he's so funny, and you know that he's serious about it because I mean, look at the behaviors of people that actually experience the Mandela effect. You know, it's a real experience because you can just see the look and the tone in their voice and everything too. It's not like the people that claim to see it. That's like no big deal. You know what I mean? After a while, we get it. You know, there's certain things that it's like, yeah, okay, we know that these are happening. But this guy is he's going through it, man. And he can, you can just tell by the sound and look on his face. This guy, he's watching a lot of stuff, and he's got a busy, active life watching this Mandela effect, all by itself. This is like his full-time job.
Yeah, he's pretty intense.
This guy finds more effects than anyone I've ever known.
I know. Uni Mooney's great, guys. Subscribe to him.
Yeah. If you don't know who this guy is, you definitely want to subscribe to him. He's a great guy, fun guy, and he's on point. He gets a lot of trolls, and but he comes up with some stuff like the Taj Mahal now being all white. Dude, let me tell you guys, if you really truly think that the Taj Mahal was all white and now it's actually much smaller, you are definitely of this earth, and that's fine. But let me tell you, I remember the Taj Mahal being much bigger, and the reason why it was actually one of the 7 wonders of the world was because it was so freaking massive, and it was like all these multicolors, and it was a beautiful feature.
Yeah.
Now it's like all tiny and white. Like, no big deal. Anyone can do this thing.
It looks like a model.
It does.
It looks like they took out the original and replaced it with a model.
That's what it seems like, right? It's like, this will do. Put it here. We're gonna take this one. You guys can have this one.
Brian, I found it.
We like yours better.
No, it had a gold dome.
Yeah, it was gold.
Yep, and I think there's lots of gold in there, and I want to say blue too, but I could be wrong. I mean, and again, I'm not one of those. You don't think to look at these things that closely. You know, it's magnificent. You look at it, you're like, oh, okay, cool. But yeah, it was definitely like gold, white, and I want to say even blue was in there too, but I could be wrong.
Who else in the chat remembers the Taj Mahal being gold?
I do.
I do.
Let me find some residue, Brian.
Well, I can double eye myself, but I've already said my
Bet you I can find residue.
Everyone says gold.
Oh, hey, you can. Look at the Trump Taj Mahal. If you look at the Trump Taj Mahal, you'll see some of the images of how they perceive the Taj Mahal to be. So that right there is residue all by itself.
Hang on, wasn't there residue from Aladdin?
Yeah.
Like the movie Aladdin. Disney
Should
Aladdin.
be. Should be. Look at it. If it's all white, I will freaking lose my mind too, man.
I'm looking. Hey, Brian, I sent you the Wendy.
Yeah, I got it. Thanks.
You're welcome. Is that it? Is that what you were looking for?
I got it. Thank you, Teresa.
But everyone, just individually pick like one thing that you should really hone in on and just check on it daily. Like, for me, obviously it's what I mentioned before. I check on the Last Supper. I check on the Sphinx. I check on the pyramids.
Wait a minute.
I check on the Statue of Liberty. Last Supper. These things are key things that have been directly affected over and over and over and over again. So those are the ones that I'm looking in on. I can't look at every single thing because everything's always changing. But certainly, as long as we all retain the same kind of information that we have been, I think that we can kind of systematically kind of like, keep tabs on all these things that are changing, like Mona Lisa. Look at the background of Mona Lisa. That one's always changing too.
Oh my gosh.
Guys, look, this is residue from Disney's Aladdin.
Yep.
Oh,
There we go.
wow.
Man, that's beautiful.
Hey, Doc, I'm going to ask a real stupid question. Where was the original Taj Mahal located? I'm not sure about that one.
That's in India.
Where is
I thought it was Baghdad.
Okay, thank you.
There you go.
I was trying to find some residue.
No, it's Bangladesh.
It's Bangladesh?
It's not Baghdad, man. That's
I get those
it's in
names
India.
confused.
It's in India.
India or Baghdad?
Baghdad, Iraq.
I'm trying to find it under Baghdad.
Yeah, no, it's Bangladesh, man. It's it was in India, which is
I was
pretty
trying to
far
find
away
some
from
residue,
Iraq.
guys. Sorry. My bad.
No, look at the Trump Taj Mahal.
I found it. Residue.
What?
Gold. Yeah, I found it. There you go. It's a 3D puzzle of it. All gold.
I said
Boom.
Baghdad because there was a movie called The Thief of Baghdad, and it was in my head.
Brian, I'm sending you residue of Baghdad's thing, okay?
Thanks, Teresa.
Okay.
How's that for
Bangladesh,
fast?
not Baghdad.
So it's Bangladesh. Man, I haven't even.
Brian, check that out. Residue.
I'm waiting to get it. You sent okay.
You're going to be shocked. Wait till you see
You know
it. You're going to go, oh my God.
You know, it's a really weird one too, Brian. I don't know if you've seen this one, which is the temple in India. Since we were talking about India, that's made up of all demons, like all the all the demons of like Hindu. What was it? Is that Hindu? I want to say it's Hindu. All the Hindu demons and stuff. It's a giant temple. It's all colorful and everything. If you haven't seen this one, just type in like Hindu demon temple, I guess.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's amazing, man. It's so colorful. It looks pretty amazing. If you haven't seen it yet.
What? Oh my gosh! Yeah, they have like thousands of gods.
Whoa!
How would you like to go visit that? Spend a night in there.
Is that residue, Brian?
Around like Beetlejuice.
I will pay you $1 to spend one night in there.
Guys, I just found it says welcome to India and it shows a picture of it. Watch this, guys. Welcome to India and it's gold. Hold on.
Wow.
I gotta be posting this in my stuff. Brian, you're gonna flip when you see this one.
You guys, if you guys want to stay in tune with the latest effects.
Oh my God! Look at this. Welcome to India.
Hey, Meegs, you're in the group, aren't you? The Teresa's new group.
Oh my gosh! Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where you're gonna find all the latest
The residual hunters.
Yeah, I need to make my first Bible post in your group.
Okay.
Please.
I want you to do that. I want you to post as many as you want, okay? Feel free. You're invited.
Okay.
I'm the admin now. Head admin.
Charles, are you in there? Are you in Teresa's new group? I know Troy is.
Yep.
Oh,
yep.
Brian,
Yep.
oh my God.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh my God, Brian. Hold on, get excited.
Oh my God, ever.
I love the way she gets so excited about these things.
Oh my God. Brian, look at, show them what I just sent you. This is 100% residue. Show them this. What's so funny? Guys, I get real hyper.
I get texts like that. The first thing I do, I start laughing. I'm like, oh my.
Brian.
I see these things. I'm like, oh boy. I see these things. I'm like, oh boy, here it comes. You know, I swear to God, for me, it's just like I kind of accept it now. I'm like, yep, that's definitely one because I know it. I don't get totally freaked out. There's a few things that really kind of freak me out, but I don't get like super over the top about it. I'm like, whoa, that's weird. But you know, I know that. Look, I accept it. We know that there's something weird going on. We all know it, guys. You know, and there's no mistaking it. I know that my reality has definitely changed. But I'm not gonna, you know, I don't go do like, you know, flip flops around the block over it. But you know, I'm definitely aware of it.
It's an awakening.
Hey, Meegs.
Yeah.
Meegs, will you lead us out with some prayer, and then I'm going to end with Pink Floyd. We don't need to.
No, I wanted you to show the residue. It's gold.
Oh, it's gold.
Yeah,
okay.
Yes, show them. It's 100% proof.
Show us, Brian.
Okay.
Show us, Brian.
Show us the proof. Show us the proof.
Show us the proof.
See the money.
Show us the proof.
Show me the money.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Definitely,
See?
Wow.
definitely some gold specklies.
Wait,
Is
is this
that good?
welcome to what? What does that say?
India.
Wow.
How's that for residue, guys?
That's awesome.
That's
beautiful.
Wow. Beautiful.
Hey, Meegs, you know the word called discernment? How do you say it, discernment?
Yes.
In the Bible?
All gold, though.
Yep.
For me, it wasn't all gold.
Mine's getting stronger, Meegs, like a lot stronger, my discernment. Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. Good. That's
I'm finding residue a lot quicker now, and it's like it finds me or I find it, and it wants me to find it.
yeah.
That's why it's getting very strong, and it's
Oh, you're
it's just it's like please see me, please see me, please see me. I'm like I see you.
Maybe look a magnet for it.
Yeah. Sorry, I get so hyper, guys. It's just really awesome.
No,
at least I'm not. Hey, at least I'm not falling asleep snoring. I drank a huge Coke. The only reason why I'm awake right now is because I drank a huge Coke, and that's what's keeping me hyper right now.
You know, if I
Seriously.
click on Sharky, I can actually look at him sleeping too.
I had some Starbucks coffee.
Is Sharky sleeping?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him in a little bit.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I got his phone.
All right, cool. I thought I was watching you sleep. That's all right. I was going to sing you like a lullaby.
We better let Brian get off of here, guys.
Yeah.
I thought that was some good residue though for the Taj Mahal. I
appreciate the invite, Brian, and love all of you.
Charles, anytime, bro.
Don.
Thank you, Charles.
Teresa, Reese, appreciate all of you.
Teresa's going to keep us up to date. She's going to keep us up to date on all the latest stuff. Just go to her Residue Hunter, Reality Residue Hunter on Facebook.
Yes.
Yep.
Everybody, I want everybody, if you haven't joined now, you're welcome to join, and you can post old, new residue, and if you have any new Mandelas that you discover, please post it. And if you see any residue that could back it up, that even helps too. You know what I mean? And any videos you want to share. I've been posting videos from everybody. And you too, Meegs. Hey, Meeg, you don't mind that I'm posting your videos, do you?
Love.
I've been posting a bunch of yours, just so you know that.
Sharky, you okay?
Oh,
who's choking?
Sharkticon, you okay?
Yeah.
He got underwater. He got underwater too deep. You get it, shark?
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, he was deep underwater. Yeah.
Yeah, get that muffin out of your mouth, man.
Breathe, Sharky. Breathe. Come on, take deep breaths.
Wait, I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Breathe.
No, it's weird. I was testing things without knowing I'm testing things because
It's okay.
I'm like, I'm like, well, evidently, I wasn't, broadcasting.
Hey, Meegs.
And then,
I got a question for you. Do you know our DNA changed?
Oh my gosh, did it?
Yeah, that's another Mandela. And I want you to do me a favor. Look at your hand now.
Uh-huh.
Look at your hands. Look at your hands.
Look at your hands already.
Look at them both ways. Look at your hands both ways. Look at the hands, the webbing between the fingers. Your fingers are longer now, depending on which way you hold them. And there's webbing now in between your fingers, like we're gonna turn into fish.
I do not have that.
My fingers have always been 12 inches long. There's nothing wrong with that.
I am part merman.
No, but mine feel longer. My fingers feel longer. Oh, and if any members out there, if you see any body changes, also please feel free to post it because we haven't had very many body changes posted in the new group. So if you see any, and I know Meegs, you freak out for those. Please post it. I want to freak out too.
I know that
my legs feel like stilts, like hairy stilts. Is that?
Hey Reese, I'm gonna call you after the show.
Yeah. What? Huh?
I'm gonna call you after the show, Reese.
Yeah.
What? What, Charles?
Oh no, I was telling Reese I was gonna call him after the show.
Oh yeah. Wake me up before you go because I don't know what I'm hanging on like a solo or. I think I fell asleep earlier because I'm tripping out trying to figure out where I'm at.
That's okay. Usually I'm the one doing that. Hey, Sharky. I'm usually the one falling asleep.
Guys.
Oh, okay. I just want to let you know I've got some time lapse stuff going on here. I'm like, wait, I thought I was doing good, and where am I?
Hey, here's a good thing, man. You can always go back and watch this video later, and you can hear how you sound when you sleep.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh man.
Brian, I just found I just found an actual picture of the gold Taj Mahal in India. It's gold. I found a picture.
I gotta see this.
This says welcome to India. This is definitely an Emmy.
Wait till you see this. Yeah, it's gold. I just found an actual picture.
All right, that's it.
Brian, is that it?
Whoa.
Yes. You see it?
Yeah.
Is it gold?
I always thought it was white with gold accents. That's what I thought.
No, it's all gold. Wait till Brian, show it.
Is
that it?
Is that what you guys remember?
Holy moly. Yeah, that's it.
Is that good residue?
That is it, right?
Good, actually.
Did I find Hey guys, did I find it? Did I hit the
That's it. It still should have been bigger, right? But the color.
But that's the color.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably when it was in the mid
white.
Things, right?
I remember it being more white, but then again, who knows what kind of reality that we're looking at.
It could be from the other reality, Troy.
Yeah, it's true. No, it's true. I mean, I'm just saying from what I remember, it was gold. It was gold accents and a lot of white. It was definitely bigger. Had that long, like a little ravine.
Yes.
And I want to say that there was even like some blue in there too. But again, it's just I'm trying to recall exactly how it looked. I didn't study it like I probably should have nowadays. But who really takes to look at these things like that? You look at them like, oh, that's really impressive. Cool. I mean, who knows what kind of reality that you guys remember it from? But from what I remember, it was mostly white with gold accents and a little bit of blue. And I can't remember what the blue was, but it was definitely in there.
Well, light does not give color. Our eyes interpret light into color. So,
and that's the reason why people are seeing the different colors on the dress and on that shoe.
Yeah. But I see the gold lame in the white dress. I see the pink and the gray, and the gray accents in the shoes. I mean, is that right? Well, that's what I see. I'm an artist. That's what I
see
do.
Pink
I look
and
at things
white,
and I'm able to
Brian.
paint them or draw them.
Pink and white for me. Show Meegs.
Meegs, I gotta ask you about the dress. Have we talked about that? Have you
I
seen
don't
that?
think
the shoes.
But I mostly
Yeah, I like that one.
blue and black. If I look at that image.
What?
Oh, Sharky!
Sharky's at it.
Sharky, wake up!
I'm sorry. I can't even
Did
see
you fall
myself.
asleep?
Should I do it again?
I'm again.
We gotta help you
Oh,
find that
like-
mute button, bud.
It's like some dream world here. Yeah.
Guys.
I'm so tired. I'm sorry. I'm just tired.
Hey, go get
Hey, at least it's not me.
It's been a crazy day, you know. I
Black
see so much
people,
stuff.
and the blue turns white.
I mean, the blue turns white. The white is white. I see white and gold. That's what I see. Meegs, what do you see?
The white turns blue, and then the black
blue and
goes
black.
black. Like try to
Gold and white for
picture,
me.
try to picture the opposite. Like I know you're.
Are you telling me that you actually see blue and black on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But
What kind of lighting are you looking at?
If I focus on the black, it turns gold. Like if I focus on the black, it turns gold.
How do you do that?
Oh,
I'm
it
seeing-
does! Oh, it does turn gold. If you
Oh, dude.
weird.
You're pulling a trace to freak out.
I'm telling you, like it's color is it's light. Like we.
I'm
interpret
trying to
the
squint
color.
my eyes and see what you guys are seeing, and I can't see it. I'm like, what
No,
are you talking about?
Don't even try. Like just stare at it. Just like kind of look at it.
Thanks, there, Big Bird. Appreciate that, man. Don't even try, just do it. Just see what I'm seeing. All right.
Pretty awesome.
I'm not gonna tell you anything that I'm not truly saying, man. That's gold and white. You know, come from an artistic guy. You guys got to go back to the doctor or something, the eye doctor, and figure out what's going on.
I want to thank everyone for coming.
Well, I'm an artist. I used to draw since I was 2 years old. I used to draw dinosaurs, dragons, aliens, pretty much anything. So I know what I'm talking about when it comes to art myself.
All right. I'm just saying from what I see right there, that's absolutely gold and white.
Thank you. That's what I see.
I see gold and white, but I also see.
I see the black and blue.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right.
It's the same thing. It's honestly the same thing. It's one of those things that tries to confuse us, to get us to disagree, and that's how it causes the
man,
the friction.
You guys better put your glasses on when you're driving, because hopefully you're seeing like the green and red and yellow lights when you're going through that light, man.
Actually, Brian, show the residue I showed with the red and the yellow and the green.
It's in the eye of the beholder.
Oh, what's even worse is that the traffic
The
light
eyes are the windows to the soul.
red is on the bottom, or what? It was on the bottom. Now it's on the
And
top.
one must walk. The
Yeah, that's weird. That's truly weird. And I know a lot of people don't recognize that. I definitely do. It was the green was always on the top. Absolutely.
Here it is, right here. You want to see it? This is residue found.
Wow.
Oh, and then the Mexican flag. Oh, and then the Mexican flag changed too. By the way, if you guys know about the Mexican flag, that's also changed too.
Yes, that's the new one.
Yeah. Well, okay. Tell me what changed with the Mexican flag.
Okay, now visualize the Mexican flag. Now I remember the lines. It was red, yellow, and green, and they were running. Yep. Okay, here it is. Now zoom in on. First of all, zoom in on the snake, the bird holding the snake. I think it was like a vulture or something.
Oh my
I
god!
need to start drawing again.
Now the snake was always below. The snake was always below. Like the bird was dominating the snake. And now, if you see, look at and it was holding it with both talons. Now it's only holding it with one. And then, secondly, the snake head was well below the bird, vulture, whatever that is. And now it's above the head of the bird, like it's actually claiming dominance. But even more so, I remember it was red. It was the red, yellow, and excuse me. Now I'm getting confused. Red, yellow, and green. They were running. Someone's crackling.
Sorry,
not me.
Boom shakalaka.
Hey, press mute there, bub. Press mute. Hey, so they're running horizontally instead of vertically.
I don't know what I'm doing here.
This is like comical.
854, Brian.
Guys, that's interesting. And the bird is standing on what looks like cactus.
Yeah, it's standing on cactus. That's crazy.
Remember this, guys, because this thing is subject to change quite a bit. You know, it's happening a lot with the. You know, now that we've shifted, it will probably shift again. Look what we just saw, Brian. You remember we did the video a while back on Mount Rushmore. We did a little segment on that one, and you know, all those have completely changed now. I mean, to have Washington wearing a full suit, come on, man. You know, that was only the bust of them. You know, didn't have the full suit. That was crazy.
The only one.
And Brian, you even showed the Sean Connery before too. You actually showed that on one of your videos. I guarantee you go back. I wish we were more descriptive on that one. You know, we have to be more descriptive so we actually catch our words saying things. Because I noticed that in some cases that's the only thing that can actually not change. You know, we have to be very descriptive of what we're looking at, and that way we can hopefully catch. You know what's being changed.
That's true.
Like the bread, like the bread on the table. Like describe everything that's on that table, and be very specific. You know, like on start from left to right on exactly what's on that table, and hopefully they can catch our words. And if anything else shows up, you know what I mean. We can possibly catch it in our words.
That's a good idea.
Just by leading by example, others will follow. And continue to bring the fun.
Brian, have we kept you too long?
I think we've covered just about everything. Nothing we didn't leave out, you know, because I'm always at the last. I'm like, wait a second, did I forget this one thing? You know, is there anything anyone else has to say before we close tonight?
Yeah, you know, I can say this. You know, hey, the reason why you guys are here because you guys are seeing exactly what we're seeing, and we're not crazy. Don't let anyone convince you otherwise. You know, the fact of the matter is that, you know, we've been chosen to see these things for a reason. And you know what? I've said this before. I've had zero success on trying to get someone to recognize exactly what's going on. People will see it, and then they'll do the, what do we call that? The Mr. Smith paradox, where they see it, and then they just dismiss it, or they become someone different. And it's almost like I feel bad for letting them know that, because then it's like they become an entirely different person, and they go with a new narrative or reality, and you know, and then they paint me out to be the crazy guy. But listen, aside from that, we are your family. You have found your family, and you're not crazy.
Dean Johnson says, "The days shall come that that blood shall drop out of wood." That's from Second Esdras.
Yeah.
And it is. I see now. Trees are bleeding. Yes.
I see men walking. Mark 8:24. This is
everything has been prophesized, and everything is coming true. So yes, absolutely, take it as gospel.
The Bible is playing out like a movie script.
Oh,
yeah, exactly. We're in the movie realms.
Mainstream science can't handle this.
Movie realms. Too many weird things.
Last thing I'll say before the prayer. Dan Esmond mentioned J.C. Penney. I was researching famous Freemasons. J.C. Penney was a Freemason.
Of course he was. Of course.
I wonder if Truett Cathy was a Freemason, because he's the owner of Chick-fil-A, or was.
Oh, who?
Truett Cathy.
All the royal families are
from the same see if he is or not?
I wonder if he was a Freemason.
Oh, he might be. He might very well be. All astronauts are Freemasons too. Buzz Aldrin.
Oh wait, J.C. Penney was a 33rd degree Freemason.
They're astronauts.
Astronauts. Who was?
Astronauts.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
All these guys are a bunch of fakers. You know that, and look, we can't even really necessarily account for them, you know, having anything to do with this, because guys, look, you know, how the hell can these guys move like continents? How the hell can these guys change their body parts? I mean, our technology is probably far superior than what we can even imagine. But the reality is, I think this is much bigger. This is a bigger thing. And look, all these things have been prophesized. So yeah, they may be part of the game plan. You know, maybe that's part of what's going on. But I'll tell you one thing, and you can take this to the bank. If you know the scriptures, these things that they've said have all come to pass, and they're still coming to pass. So if you don't know what's going on, well, you're in good company, because none of us really do. We can only theorize it and use our best judgment. But you know what? So far, everything points to the Bible. You know what? And you want to get close as you can to your Creator.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
You guys have to
On that note, let's go ahead and close out. So
that's a good, yeah.
Bye.
1 second. Give me 1 second, Meegs. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
There's this article on Yahoo that I just found by mistake, looking at high-profile Christian business leaders, and it says Chick-fil-A. There you go, Residue, CHICFFILA, right there.
Nice.
Wow, there you go.
We must have made a lot. We've been making a lot of Mandela Effect.
You know what, Brian? It's these little things that make us feel good. You know what I mean? Just even if I hear, like, you know, in some old, like, YouTube video of, like, seeing, like, Sex in the City, and they're all cheering. It's like, ooh, that's what I remember. Or, like, you know, Interview with a Vampire. That's what I remember. It's just a brief moment of, like, exhale. That's like, oh, okay, I'm not crazy. And I'm not the only one that's saying this. They're doing this in a public forum. And guess what? They wouldn't be getting it wrong. I'll tell you that.
There's plenty. There's like loads and loads of residue in it.
Yeah.
I mean,
people say, well, they got to, you know, look, they made a mistake. Okay, that's fine. You know, I get it. People make mistakes, but on such a grandiose scale, I guarantee you they've got like editors and everything else going over this stuff with a fine-tooth comb to make sure that they're saying this stuff right. And when they keep repeating it over and over again, guess what, guys? Something's going on.
Our memory is not a mistake. That's for darn sure.
No, exactly. And
all during the Super Bowl, all these different commercials that came on, every single one of those things was an effect. Every single
Brian, you go in.
The narrative, I know. Everything's leading up to something big, and you know, I have my own theories on where this whole thing's going. You know, whether it holds any water or anything is. I mean, look, is anyone's, you know, up to anyone's best judgment. I don't know, but my ideas can be discussed a little bit later on. All I know right now is that I want to get as close to, you know, my Lord and Savior, you know, Jesus Christ and my Creator, you know, and make sure that that I'm being the best me that I possibly can. You know, I was slapped into this in this new world, and you know, if I'm given an opportunity to share what I know and help some people out along the lines and maybe make good, maybe, who knows, maybe this is a second chance for us, guys, who knows. But you know what, now that we're aware, be the best person you can. Love yourself, love your neighbor, you know, love everybody, you know, as hard as it is. Believe me, it's so hard. Oh man, we deal with some real a-holes out there, but you know what, I know that you guys can do this, pull through. If this is, you know, just imagine you're standing in front of the most ultimate of judges saying, I'm watching you. Do the right thing. Do the right thing, guys.
Hey, Brian. Excuse me.
Integrity is doing the right thing without other people looking. Go ahead, Teresa.
Can you hear me?
Correct.
The human skull changed again. Look at the picture I just sent you.
And then
look what I just sent you.
Was it a general agreement between everyone?
Maybe for a part next Friday. So let's you know. We got people snoring.
Guys,
we got people,
you're going to freak out when you see
this.
No, but you're going to freak out when you see this, Brian.
Okay, what's up with the skull change now?
Look at the eyes. Look at all the bone in the inside. We didn't have that. And the nose is completely flat now. Completely flat. Look at the picture.
Wow. Yeah, that's weird. Look at the nose.
Oh.
The third eye is
look
open.
Look at my upper lip. I have a cool upper lip, man. That's a big upper lip. I need like a giant like handlebar mustache.
Do you see it, Brian? Do you see it?
Slap one of those bad boys on there. I need like a Raleigh fingers on that face.
Talk about evolution.
And our cheekbones are pretty much gone now. See it? Show the cheekbones. The cheekbones pretty much gone.
The cheekbones, they're higher now. The cheekbones are higher.
Now it's thin. Now look at it. It's like a thin bone.
It looks like somebody pinched it when they were working with clay.
Yes, Meegs, I'm glad you see it. Thank you. And look at the nose. It's flat now. Like completely. The hole is flat. Like a pug nose.
Slap some broccoli brows and some mutton chops on that, and that's a handsome looking guy right there.
This is a huge change.
That's some good evidence.
I kind of see him with crossbones below, and I see him with an earring like a pirate, you know, and a bandana. maybe he's got Bruce Springsteen's bandana.
Oh, I got plenty of residue for that one.
Hey guys, we'll call it a night. God bless you all, and go ahead and lead out with the prayer if you don't mind. Meegs.
Oh yeah, absolutely, guys.
Thank you.
All right, dear Heavenly Father, we come before you now, Lord, and we just thank you. We give thanks and praise to you, Lord, that you brought us all together. It's a crazy way that we've all been brought together, God, but we're so thankful to have eyes to see these changes to our world that are indicative of the times changing and hopefully the end of this crazy world and the start of a new one, a new, better one with you, Lord. So we thank you for bringing us together, Father, and we just ask that you bless our words here and that they may support and edify other people that may be listening, and that that we just are able to keep waking people up, Lord, and bring more people to you, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen, honey.
Amen.
Thank you, Meegs. That was wonderful. Hey, guys, I love you all, and I hope you all have a great weekend, a great Memorial holiday. Stay safe. We'll see you guys next Friday. I will, for sure. I'll be here.
Happy New Year.
Love you guys so much.
Love you guys so much. You know, thank you guys for stopping on in and
have a great Memorial holiday.
All right. Take care, guys.
Good night.